come check this out. She's like, I'm working. I'm like, I think you'd like it. I really like System 11. Like, I want to dump some stuff and get some System 11 stuff.
If you like System 11,
I got a Whirlwind for sale.
Yeah, I know. I love Whirlwind. Legit, though. Legit.
I don't know if I'm gonna hang on to it. We'll see.
Yeah, that's. I'm not a high-end collector though.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think you'd want this game.
No, I mean, I would love it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're gonna get ready to start the stream here in a couple minutes, so bear with us.
Enjoy the banter.
Yeah.
Enjoy the banter.
The Oktoberfest. Enjoy the Jenna just chatting.
Hold on,
I'm gonna grab a picture of this. Oh. Denied.
No picture for Bill. That's all right.
Put the malort on the table.
Oh, malort's out, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be whoever. There's
stuff's,
one shot left. It's gonna be the
stuff's gonna get real. Hey, all right. So we'll do at least one game with the.
And that's what we're gonna do. The one game, one-handed flipper, and the loser has to take a shot on malort.
Yeah. If Ken's in on that deal.
No, I'm in. I'm good.
All right. Just making sure.
Would anybody like a beer? I brought some Coronas.
I will have one.
You will have a Corona.
I will have one.
Okay.
We got 2 hours. We good.
We're gonna get ready to start this flipping out pinball stream of Oktoberfest in about 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes.
Everybody get your drinks and get ready. Hopefully everybody's having a good night.
Good evening.
Times,
Good morning.
Good times.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, what do you say? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening? Wherever you are?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna do this here in a second.
Some hype going here. Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna wait for these commercials to span out, and then we'll jump out of here.
Yeah, dude, I'm hoping we get the proverbial blue pill commercial, dude. I remember seeing that one time, and I was like, really? On our channel, or somebody commented on that, dude.
Oh, the random. Yeah.
The old dude driving the vet. You know, if you have problems,
it's just right when you log in, though, right? You see
I
like
think so,
a
yeah.
commercial, and then every 30 minutes or so, something pops in.
Don't forget your splash of tab.
Thank you, sir.
Who is what's up, Zonrith? He's got the Zonrith. Who is Zonrith? He's got the Eclectic Gamers Podcast logo. I like that. That's pretty cool. The blue pill. That's Dennis. Keeps you in the matrix.
What up, Dennis? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And for some people in Corvettes, it really keeps you in other things. So we'll just leave that right there for longer. But you might want to seek medical advice after 4 hours. Or seek another person.
You're still driving your Corvette.
Yeah. Ready to kick this off?
Yep. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody.
What's going on?
Excuse me.
Wow, back at round 2 of Oktoberfest.
Good game.
Still hungover from round 1, guys.
That is a long, long time.
What up, Albert?
What up?
Albert?
Orbital Albert from Pinball Nerds Podcast. So, all right, so this is cool, man. This is what we were envisioning, right? Like, let's get these podcasters and let's get the listeners and let's just hang out on Mondays for a couple hours and talk some pinball, right?
Yeah.
We're going to jump on Oktoberfest again. We're still learning the game. Steve Beatty had a pretty big game on Oktoberfest a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, not on stream.
That's right.
No pressure.
Not on stream.
No.
Never to be seen on stream.
Yeah.
The glass was on, though.
So, yeah, it was a great game, but that
Glass
drop
is on.
target wasn't set right. I think it was set like too sensitive, so it was like kind of machine gunning up and down during a multi-ball.
Yeah.
And it went from, a legit like 1.8 million score to like 5.6.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
So, yeah. We'll see if we get a legit 5.8.
It wasn't because of you, though, so it's fine.
No, not at all. It was still like a 15-minute game.
Yeah. I like that other view better. Well, sorry guys, Ken's adjusting a few things here, so there we go.
Yeah, that's good.
What's up, White Noise?
Word.
Loser Kid Pinball. So who's White Noise? Is this Josh? Or is this Scott? Getting lost. Lost in the matrix, lost in the zone here.
Maybe I'm with Loser Kid too. You have alliances with everybody.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. We don't need to see
I'm
that.
trying to figure out what's going on here. There we go. Good deal.
Dynasty 909. What
Well,
up?
Dynasty.
So this is what we're going to do. I think the first thing we need to do is we need to establish a gambling ring here for pinball scores. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's $5 a ball.
We do have to get some dollar games going at some point, but let's jump on. Is the sound
couple,
coming
I think,
through okay? Are we too loud? If we are, let us know. We can dial that in. We're going to go ahead and get the game. There'll be some audio there. And Bill, we've got some new follows. I can't read them from here. I don't know if you can see them, but if you can.
Wow, okay. So Dynasty 909, SDTM Pinball. So straight down the middle. Hold on, dude. I have great vision.
Yeah, it's hard. I think I need to get some context.
Brig
Thanks, Dynasty.
and Smack 847.
Smackety whack.
Don't go back.
What was it? SW Poppin' Head says, for all the talk about the AP animations, that black display with the gold flakes looks incredible in person. Yeah, it is. You know what? It's a fun pin. But let's just jump into some pinball and let's just talk about whatever comes up. I'm going to start it off. We'll do 3-player game here.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah. Hey,
All right,
cheers.
cheers.
I will
Stream number 2 for Flipping Out Pinball.
in a second.
I want to thank Flipping Out Pinball for allowing us to host pinball here on this channel.
Yep, thanks,
and
Zach and Nicole.
Yep, I want to thank
Yeah,
Scott from Pin
thanks, guys.
Stadium, who's also a sponsor of Zach's channel here. And this game today is illuminated by Pin Stadium. So thank you, gentlemen. And let's get it going.
Sweet.
One final sip.
All right, Bill's got to get it.
So is the
an opener.
background tunes going? Do we do that?
Well, it's gonna be called Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
background
buddy.
tunes.
Hey, that's some of the best.
Welcome to
It really is. It's exciting.
Player 2, Player 3.
What's going on, Turbo?
I'm Otto. What's fancy? What do you have?
Nice.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah,
have a
Brewski.
Turbo Graphics, what up?
Now easier to spell.
Yeah, no, dude, none of us are going to be
Lederhosen?
Lederhosen. No, dude, we're not even going to wear the hat. Yeah, no, we need Normal for that. I don't think Normal's coming out for this, so.
We should get Normal out for a Oktoberfest stream night.
Maybe.
Magnet grab there.
Maybe one time we can work on
One
that.
time.
Problem is Normal's going to pull up wearing that stuff.
Oh, yeah, no
And
doubt.
It's just going to be
There's no
completely.
doubt.
No one's going to play the game. They're going to be staring at Normal and commenting on his attire. No, this is a great themed music track on this, dude. It does have a way of putting you in the game.
Yeah.
Shoot the left ramp.
And we still got the beta code on it. Yeah,
What version code is on here?
beta code, I don't know.
Ken, do you know what version you have on this machine?
You know what? I can check. Josh uploaded code last week when he was here, so there
Yeah.
are some changes. I'm noticing changes in some of the animations already, and some of the music a little bit.
Cool.
So I will find out.
You know what, Turbo? Me too, man. I came over to help Ken set this up, and we put in maybe 3 games, and I couldn't stop thinking about it all weekend. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to get back and play Oktoberfest.
It is a really surprisingly fun game. I know when I first saw it, I was a little on the fence about it, but honestly, at some point, I would like to have one.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and that-
definitely.
dude, that was all because of last
There's
week.
no doubt.
After I left last week, though, I was like, "Damn, dude, maybe I gotta snag this."
Right? If
game.
you're thinking about it when you leave, that's when you know it's a good machine.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be at Rocky Mountain this weekend.
Shoot it again.
They have to find out, but we can see if we can find out.
Yeah, you know that side ramp. It
Ball
takes,
Grin, what up?
It takes some time getting used to, but it's not too bad.
No, dude, it keeps it real. It keeps it real and entertaining.
What up, Dave? Yeah, this game's got a lot going for it, man. The shots and the code. I mean, there's just a lot to do.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if Zach's getting his game back, in all honesty. It is just a really fun playing game. I have to say, dude, this is probably one of the... This and Wonka are really tied, man, for impressing me. I haven't had a whole lot of time on a lot of the newer stuff that's come out in the last month or two, but...
Yeah, I mean,
I'm using that mag-nav there to set up that shot to hit that keg lock, but it just skipped the lock, so that was detrimental, I guess. Mag-nav is up here, and it sets up that flipper shot right there that I just missed, so it's convenient.
Let's ride the roller coaster.
Oh, I didn't think it'd let me keep it for free. No. There would be a check getting written on that deal. Favorite
How's that
part
for a
of
little
the
center
game?
post pass?
Favorite part of the game, dude. I really like the one-handed option where you can play on one hand.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that left ramp is really satisfying.
To visit another tent.
That one.
Dude, this is gonna sound cheesy, but I really like the music too, man. It puts you
kind of like the whole package.
dude. It does
you know?
definitely immerse you, man. That's
It's definitely a one more. Like I want to keep going.
yeah.
I wanna
And that's hard to say, man, because
So what are we drinking tonight? We have some Woodford Reserve.
Two.
I brought some Coronas over. I had some laying around in my fridge.
Coronas.
We have some Malort as punishment for
A bad
the
ball,
one-handed
bad game.
play. And whatever else makes its way out.
yeah, it is a blast, Dave. I do like it, man. I was thoroughly impressed with it.
What's up, Dave? I like Bart
Hey.
Z4. The real questions. Favorite part of the game, and what are you guys drinking? My favorite part of the game is this. It's like if you like to have your buddies over and family, and you like to get multiplayer games going, it's the fun atmosphere that the game creates for yourself. And if you're going to have a drink and play Oktoberfest, which isn't necessarily relying on a beer theme type of a pinball machine, it absolutely lends itself well to having letting loose a little bit with a couple adult beverages. So that's my favorite part, is just the general, I guess, like pinball ambience that is created by the pin itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As far as modes, I love the Stein mode where you can pick your different Steins, man. That's pretty wicked.
So the nice thing is when you're able to pick your Steins, each one of those Steins associate themselves with an individual mode, and it aids that particular mode. So it's kind of like a power-up for the mode. So if I collect a Stein and then I go in and I start a mode, those Steins are matched to the modes that it benefits, and then I can see what Steins I have and select those modes in which I've collected the Stein that aids that mode, so it helps you with the scoring. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Oh, no, it
I feel like
totally
I
does.
over-explained that a little bit.
I got distracted by Dennis's comment. Corona, the Labatt Blue of the South.
Yep. Nice.
I was like, dude,
what is it?
It's gotta be like that. The Labatt Blue of the South.
Labatt Blue.
Yeah, dude,
I remember I used to drink some Labatt Blue, like in college. Labatt Blue. What was the other thing? Molson Export. Oh my gosh, I had some really bad nights on Molson Export.
Dude, Natty Ice or Natural Ice. That's
Thanks,
some
Ryan.
Water. And Pabst Blue Ribbon, dude. That's another classic winner.
Son of a bitch.
We might be seeing Ryan here in a week or two, actually. So we'll have to. I have to follow up with Ryan on a couple things. So for those of you that haven't checked out Ryan, TurboGrafx-7, he's got his own Twitch channel, and he's streaming a lot more often than we are. And a good stand-up guy. Player
Definitely.
3, how'd you do?
Not so good.
Not so good. How are the scores looking?
Good-
Wow, who's that
good in
player
your
1?
favor.
Who is that?
I think last stream
Little,
we had,
little Ken from Special One.
I don't think
Pinball
anybody
Podcast.
broke 300 thou.
Well, with all fairness, like the last stream that we had, I think we were more trying to get conversation going with Josh while we had him here for 2 hours. So the last stream, which was the first stream last week, and it was Oktoberfest, Josh Kugler, who codes the game, with Joe Schober. Joe Schober was in chat talking to everybody about Oktoberfest, and then Josh was here in studio with us streaming the game. So it was just fun, man. Does he stream Oktoberfest? Does who stream Oktoberfest?
Corona, the Labatt Blue of
The
the
Labatt
South.
Blue of the
I like
South,
it.
right?
This is a Mother's Day special. Leftovers.
Woo! We just had our podcast. So we have Special One Lit Pinball Podcast, right? We're here. This is where our studios are at. And we just ripped off episode number 53 tonight, man.
Yeah.
one of our shortest episodes. Not a whole lot to talk about. Pinball is nothing
but you know what though, dude?
But it's fun.
It was a good time.
to the point.
Sweet.
So you guys are just flipping out. I was waiting on Special When Lit when I realized you moved. No, so listen. So this is how this works. I'm going to take my turn. We still have our Special When Lit channel. And we're going to use the Special When Lit channel to stream games that aren't offered as new games from Flippin' Out Pinball. So the way that we did this, Zach asked us if we would be interested in helping him find somebody to stream like the newer pinball games as they get released. So we kind of jumped on the opportunity to do that. So when we do these Monday streams, they're under Flippin' Out Pinball. When we do our other streams, like for instance, we have Scott Denisi coming in to stream TNA in the next few weeks, and that's going to be with Terry at Pinball Life also coming in. Like that'll be on the Special When Lit stream. So we'll go ahead and we'll announce that. But for the new games that are coming out, like right now it's Oktoberfest. Right now Zach's looking at potentially getting us some time on Cosmic Carnival.
Yep.
So that's a game that potentially might be here in a few weeks because that game starts shipping in June. You might see a Black Knight Sword of Rage come through here. When Wonka comes out, we'll have a Wonka here. So
There's some other games
Mondays,
too
let's
that I
hang out.
don't want to.
Right.
We're not going to let all the cats out of the bag just yet. But yeah, there's definitely been some other talks of other games that are definitely newer and prominent in the pinball community that will be probably making an appearance here. So all good things. Really, 153 was the worst, huh? No, 53 wasn't bad. No, you know what? Honestly, though, we've been having good luck with doing it. I mean, even though the news has been kind of light last
Hey,
couple of
Sky
weeks, dude.
Slide! This is a new animation
Oh.
right here.
Welcome to the sky.
Everybody be quiet. This is my favorite call out in the whole game. And I'm going to actually hold it on the flipper and wait until she talks about the wiener dog for a second because I think it's hilarious. Let's just pause here.
Oh, that poor Wiener dog. He is too scared to slide down.
Yes, he is. He's too scared.
That's classic, man.
As I'm timing my mode out.
Shoot for the
There's
moon.
that center post flipper pass.
We'll see about some other Stern titles there, Dennis. Yeah, no, that is a great mode. Oh, Zach in the house.
Yeah, the Catwoman. What up, Zach? What did Zach miss? Not much.
Not much yet, dude. Just us cheersing and doing
cheersing.
drinks.
Well, we
Cheers
just
and get
gave
the night.
away 2 Oktoberfest, Zach, so you can
yeah.
go ahead and...
Got
Oh,
two
he
more
was
still
sliding.
to give away. So
Yeah.
favorite parts of the game.
Yeah, favorite parts of the game.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, everybody else is still jumping in. We talked a little bit about other games that we might be streaming, but we mentioned Cosmic Carnival. And what else? I think that's about it, man. I didn't want to let any cats out of the bag just yet.
I was relying on that post. It was good to me a few times.
No, we're not burning no coils.
He's too scared to go down the slide all by himself. Wiener dog.
Two.
All right. So what do we have? Yeah, everything's going so far so good here. All right.
Ken's in the lead, and I'm doing terrible.
You're going
That's
for the
all
sky
right.
slide. I'm getting a little more comfortable on the game and on the shots. I think what a lot of people had expressed concern about was setting up the upper right flipper for the keg lock shot. And once you're really able to kind of utilize your Magna save and get that shot trajectory down, it's not as difficult as I anticipated it being when I first started shooting the pin. So that's like a relief to me. Because
Yeah.
that would be a killer if like one of the more fun shots of the game was unattainable. And for me, I think I talked about this last week. If you remember that SIM card shot on Dialed In was hard, and then I added a Cliffy, which is, for those that might not know what a Cliffy is, it's just like a little metal protector to help like blowout wear around like a hole. It made that shot even more difficult. And it was tough because if you didn't get the SIM cards collected, it was hard to blow up the
Progress,
scoring.
yeah.
So one of
Yeah,
those
but
things.
dude, honestly,
the
that side flipper, dude, it's kind of reminiscent. And people in the audience, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Oh, where's that
with that
control?
side flipper like that, dude, it's very reminiscent of like Whirlwind and the side ramp, except there is no magnet on the Whirlwind.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We did have a question. White Noise is asking, is the Magna Save button in the middle? No, Magna Save button is directly underneath the right flipper on Oktoberfest. And when you're playing a one-handed mode, which the game offers, if you hold down the lower button on the right side, or both buttons on the right side and hit start, it lets you play one-handed mode. So you can actually hit both flippers with the two right buttons in a mode, and you can set it up to play a whole game like that, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, Mike Hill just jumped in asking when is the new code coming out. I think Josh said a couple of weeks if all goes well,
I think
right?
we're beta testing right now, and I think it'll be a couple weeks. You know, the magical word in pinball is 2 weeks, but so we are testing that code right now. I can find out the code number too. I'm not sure what Josh put in there. The one thing I'm happy is about the animation screen when you go into a mode and they show the crowd, the tent. That's been changed and it looks so much better resolution and colors versus kind of like that obscured kind of black and white.
You know what? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, check up next time.
That's awesome.
It's nice. I like that. 2 weeks. No, Zach at Flipping Out. I did not buy BD Star Trek: The Next Generation. I am fostering Star Trek: The Next Generation for another buddy of ours named Joe. So, and it's actually leaving this week, going to another buddy's house because we have the TNA Whitewood coming in. So we need space for that. Evil Knievel may or may not make it down here. Probably won't make it into the studio.
You got anything else coming in?
Well, I'm waiting on Wonka, and if I can find that Pirates LE, if anyone's looking to get rid of one.
Yeah, BD's really looking for a Pirates.
Oh,
LA
are we
too.
gonna get into a bidding war for Pirates? You blew up a little Pirates at. So we went into
that
Jersey
was
Jack
great.
Pinball. I brought Steve in there. They let us in because he wanted to get some time on Wonka. But while we were there, he put a little time on Pirates, and Eric Minier and Joe Katz were kind of walking you through the game a little bit, and you kind of blew up the game. I think you beat Eric that game, right?
Yeah, it was a long couple of balls. Good time though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went in there looking at the Wonka, and I left wanting both.
Dude, that's the hard part, man.
I mean, they're great. They're both great games.
I think so. The hard part is, man, is how many games can you have? You know, because you
Well,
can't
that's
get
my
them all.
problem.
Well,
Yeah,
dude, you got the room for it. That's the real issue, man. I don't have the room for it. I got to sneak pins past the wife. So normally between the hours of 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. when she's at work.
Hence my drop-off time for
At
Devil
noon,
Man.
at high noon, when I had to watch my daughter the one day because the sitter was gone, Steve dropped off the Demolition
Magna
Man
Save
at
right
noon
there,
and
and then if we
had
hit
that
the
thing
shot.
stripped down to
It's not as difficult as it seems.
had that game stripped down pretty quick, man, and had it in the house by 2 o'clock.
That was awesome.
I don't know about the Sega vibe. Dude, I think it feels more Bally Williams with a screen. Nice nudge, Ken.
Yeah, thanks, man.
From
I'm getting more comfortable with the little subtle nuances of the game here. I do appreciate backhanding that mode shot more than I like to hit it directly here.
All right, so can you backhand that center drop shot?
Okay, so originally I thought you could not, just because if you look down, I mean, it's
Yeah,
such
it's
a tight shot.
tight.
It is possible, but it's like 1 out of every 20 times I attempt
All right.
it, I can actually get it
Because
there.
I was trying to get that my last game.
all right, we're gonna have to backhand that target on the next game. I do like this screen too, man. Yeah, Ken rocked that thing like a pirate ship.
Oh yeah, Oktoberfest is heavy.
So I was spared that joy of bringing it down with you
Yeah,
guys that day.
I know. Well, Ken's got like the 90-degree bend.
Yeah, he's got the horseshoe stairs.
He's got the horseshoe. You have straight up and down, which makes things a little easier.
Easier till you get to the top of the stairs, and then you only got 3.5 feet worth of room to get maneuver it. So,
Do you do put the rug down and spin it, or
yeah, piece of masonite.
yeah?
No, stuck ball.
Oh,
What do we got here?
All right, so I'm glad this happened. So check this out. And I think some people appreciate it. Let's see if the pop bumper gets it out. But if it doesn't,
Oh, is it stuck up there?
the last time I had a stuck ball, and it was one other time, a lot of times when you have to stop and take the glass off to get a ball, you just end up losing your ball. But this, even when I lost my ball and it drained, it knew that I was servicing the machine because of time that had lapsed, and it shot another ball out. So right now with this test code, I don't know if... All right, here we go. Oh,
There it is.
Almost. I'm going to give it one more opportunity.
I need to see where this thing's stuck.
See if we can get a one-timer here on the ricochet. See if we can get it out. Now, unfortunately, my mode's timing out here. Right up top.
Oh, it's on the car.
So let's try one more. This makes for interesting streaming, I'm sure, but let's just see what happens.
All right, I'm gonna jump back.
Everybody disappeared. One more? No?
Sorry, we all had to
All
see
right.
where it got stuck to see if it.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so we're going to go with a little glass off here.
Glass off.
Now Ken lights up the machine. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk about maybe doing some shirts. I don't know, Zach. We'll have to get together on that one.
Oh, I'm even hitting that shot while putting the Lockdar back on in the glass while I'm servicing the machine. So it's not a horrible shot, guys.
I just read it. Zach
that was some wizardry right there.
Zach said take a picture and post it on Facebook where it was stuck.
I'll have to contact my distributor.
A little late on that. Just a bit outside on that idea. Because we walked away for a second.
Master Mystery Doc.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, especially when you get those stairs, man. They're designed like... What were you thinking? You can't even bring a couch down. You better get a couch in sections. Yeah. That was our hard part, dude, is because of our pantry is literally right in front of the door to the basement. So you have to pull the pantry doors off and, play this Tetris effect to get stuff down the stairs. It's kind of terrible. Pinball, I've got it down to just removing 2 doors.
I think now that we're all in pinball, if we ever bought another house.
Oh, yeah, we design it around
Oh, yeah.
getting a machine
Or
in
we'll
or out.
build a house.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I built
Yeah.
mine. I just didn't know any better at the
So
time.
the mode did not
didn't know any
pause. So I even though the ball was, and again, this is beta code, so I assume that Josh or Joe can look at that and be like, all right, if ball search is running, maybe you don't time out the mode. Not coffin drop.
I'm blowing it up.
Did not coffin drop it. I will say this though. I was able to get that glass back on it and the lockdown bar, and while I was doing that, I was able to hit the keg shot to lock the ball.
Nice.
So again, and if I can do it, not the rest. Thanks, Zach. So what's going on in the world of pinball podcasting? We were talking about, we had our episode 53 today, and not a lot going on in the pinball news.
Nothing too breaking. I think it was still good content though.
Now the Eclectic Gamers podcast with Dennis and Tony, they've got another episode out this week, and it's interesting. So Dennis, on his opposite weeks, which are typically his days off from Eclectic Gamers podcast because they podcast every other week, he is now the full-time, part-time co-host of This Week in Pinball with Zach Meny. So you'll be listening to Dennis every other week on TWIP, and on the opposite weeks, he'll be on Eclectic Gamers podcast. So nice job. And it looks like Josh Roop says they're interviewing the Rocky Mountain Pinball Showcase organizers tonight on Loser Kid Pinball Podcast, another podcast with Josh and his co-host Scott. So that's good times. He comes and he joins the stage. Then.
Yeah, we
Excuse
did,
me.
we did terrible on that. Oh, Ken's on there though.
Yeah. I think Ken's got a little bit more time in on this game.
Yeah, Ken comes down here at noon every day and jumps
No,
on
that's
the
not.
sucker.
That's so not true.
Spreading the fake word here.
Welcome, player 3.
All right.
Yeah, who can't wait to retire?
Game 3.
Dude, even if we just hit the 100 million lottery and we could build another house and load the basement up, I mean, that'd be pretty good with that, man.
Hey, man. Just give me like a pole barn. I don't even need the house. Just give me a pole barn with
Finished
space.
with a shower.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
Well,
then
yeah,
you can
dude.
live in there, basically.
Yeah. With a loft.
But yeah,
so-
you were saying I am out of space. You've seen my garage. It's
No, I know, but you keep finding other nooks and crannies, though.
There are no. It's overflowing in my other garage now.
But that's
and they're
perfect.
standing on their asses.
What do you got in the other garage now?
Well, I have Elvis, which is leaving.
Okay.
I have the firepower.
Yep.
And then I have all my deck stuff that I'm building.
Oh,
the
yeah,
deck,
yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Hey, dude, I think everyone would be in for a T-shirt with Dennis's face on it.
Ah,
Yeah, dude, that would definitely be a clubhouse man. Yeah, that's when you look for the Newman Box Adams family.
Definitely clubhouse. The guys have their car garages. You'd have your ping garage.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, dude, yeah, that'd be perfect. Dennis's face with market trends. Absolutely. That's that out of love, Dennis. No animosity or hard feelings, man. Just good humor. Yeah.
Aquabats.
Oh, dude, no hate. No hate, Dennis. Yeah, man, it's just been crazy, though. And I think we got a couple new people into the chat, so thank you for showing up.
Ooh. I was trying to see how far I could magnab. Not that far.
Dude, I seriously, I still want to backhand flip that target. Did you do it that time?
There's the magnab.
Okay.
Bill, have you hit a magnab yet?
No, not yet.
I tend to forget about it.
Yeah, that's the problem, dude. You get so engaged in the game.
Like I need to play consistently.
Yeah, dude, we you know, and I'm sure by the time, you know, it's because getting ready to leave, dude, we'll be pros at this game.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, all in time. Dude, I found myself last week getting better, too, by the end of the night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Time to visit another tent.
And I was a fan of Black Knight and Black Knight 2000.
Yeah.
It's basically in the same spot as your magnet save.
Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Market trends on Gottlieb Spring Break. Let's see if Zach can jump in on this one.
Ooh, spring break.
Let's just try to light these modes here.
Yeah, that one's a cool
Now
mode,
on
the
this
duck
one, I'm
hunt.
shooting the quack targets. There's quack here, quack up there. They're the yellow targets.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the market trends on that last one. We'll leave that one right where it sits. Nice, nice, Zach. What a spring break.
I might not be good at hitting those quack targets, but I'm pretty good at hitting the center post.
Hey,
Straight down the middle.
you're gonna blast the
I'm getting good at
playfield
the center
out.
post.
Hey, no, but you know what though? Spring break though. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's got that Spud McKenzie in the corner too from Budweiser back in the day, right? I mean, it might be its only redeeming quality. I've never played one, but
What did I miss?
they're talking about Gottlieb Spring Break.
What's an epic shit game?
Gottlieb Spring Break.
Oh, I printed
I
an
think
alternate translate for somebody for spring break that was pretty interesting, actually. Topless chicks on the playfield. See, I can't be horrible, I suppose. Still better than Thunderbirds.
Is it better than Cactus Jacks?
I hope you get a Cactus Jacks. You've talked about Cactus Jacks for so long. It's like your Cactus Jacks is...
You know what's gonna happen though, dude? I'm gonna pull a Ken on that, dude. I'll barely have it in the basement and be trying to unload it.
Yeah. Are those the cardboard cabinets? No, that's the 80s Midway cabinets.
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, but you know what though? What game did I have? Bally, Escape from the Lost World, from that era with the cardboard cabinets, and it was in a garage for a couple of years. Didn't get rained on, but that cabinet fell apart when I tried to move it. The wife was pissed because it was just nothing but particle board littering her car for years.
What game was that?
Bally Escape.
Oh,
Escape from the Lost World because
Yeah.
like the cabinet broke apart, dude. It was
Yeah.
like glitter in her car, dude. Every time you vacuumed it, some more came out.
That's not good. Dennis said he hasn't played Cactus Jacks, but he said it's worse than Cactus Canyon, not continued, either regular.
Hey Dennis, we
Mark
need to
C4
get one
says,
just to try it
Dennis
out
joking
again.
aside, he loves the fact that you're on Twip co-hosting every other week. Good addition by the TWIP team. TWIP, for those that might not know, is acronym for This Week in Pinball. Website hosted by Jeff Patterson and Zach Meny, who's also the co-owner of American Pinball with his wife Nicole. Hosts the This Week in Pinball podcast every single week under Jeff's site. Now, you guys also know Zach Meny as partners in crime with Greg Bone on Straight Down the Middle, a pinball show, and that's a YouTube channel you can check out.
Rough on us
Not
today,
doing
huh?
good, huh?
Zach does not own American Pinball. He owns Flippin' Out Pinball, and he's a distributor for a lot of the manufacturing companies, including American Pinball. So, all right, my turn.
All right, Ken's
The
turned the light
showing
up.
will be down to 11.
This is a horrible game that we're having right now.
I have a chance at this point.
Hey, it's only ball 2? Thought this was ball 3.
You know, there's not many new games that have that center post,
no, there's not.
and I'm
dude.
almost relying on it
Dude,
to give me a little lucky bounce back.
Oh yeah,
You know,
but I haven't had a lot of
literally
luck on
just
this
watching
one.
it go down the drain.
Dude,
When I could have done something about
I haven't had a lot of luck on the center post on this one today. Last week I did.
I've had a couple good ones.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I know Whirlwind had a center post. T2 had, mine has a center post. My getaway came with one. I don't know if that actually was supposed to be. Yeah, we'll live and die by that post, but that's okay.
Oh, premium. You know what? I only had maybe 3 games on Black Knight, sort of Rage Premium, and it wasn't set up right. So I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go Oktoberfest just because I don't have a lot of time on Black Knight. But that could change. You know?
Yeah, I still got to jump on a Black Knight, but sooner or later.
Honestly, I love this game, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, hey, but you know what, though? If Zach did buy a pinball company or a pinball manufacturing company, dude, he'd never sleep, man.
I don't think he sleeps as it is.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping June 7th, not 2 weeks, but June 7th. So whatever that is, I think it's like 3 weeks from now, or a little like 2.5
2
weeks.
weeks.
But busy in a good way, Dave.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's close though. I don't think Zach does sleep. I mean, Zach's here now.
Hey, Chris the Pinturn is here.
Wow.
Remember we met Chris over at TPF.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was dressed in the Willy Wonka attire.
Yeah, I love that guy. And I saw he took home 2 new pins. What was it, Chris? You had a Meteor that you took home and another older game. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, I saw that post. Congratulations.
Yeah,
All right,
congratulations.
try to hit this drop target. Yeah, it's a tight shot.
Barks is 4. Are you talking about Whirlwind still? With is it a keeper?
Whirlwind
am I
or
gonna sell it?
Oktoberfest?
Oh. Well, no, he was talking about Whirlwind further up. That's why I'm
Gotcha,
asking.
It says, yeah, Whirlwind.
I don't know yet, man. Honestly, I was debating that earlier, man. I was yesterday when I was working on it, kind of getting some of the last few things kind of finished up, and I probably got about another 4 hours left on it.
Screw.
I don't know, man. Honestly, with the money I got tied up into it, I kind of a little sketchy with my 4-year-old because she was throwing balls on the playfield when I was working on it yesterday.
She was what? In the playfield?
She was in the playfield throwing balls around. It made me a little nervous on that game.
On the Whirlwind?
Yeah.
Did
Don't worry. She spilled her juice box, but it was outside of the caption.
Gosh, I don't even want to hear about it.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
All
kidding. Yeah, no, hey,
Hey,
Zach.
whoa there, Tiger. Oh, yeah. Just stuck ball?
I talked to
Or
Schmitty.
just pissed off a little bit.
I talked to Schmitty today, Zach, and yeah, he told me you guys finished it today, man. That's all right. Whatever. That's okay.
Beats Bill in the.
Oh, he finished a Whirlwind before I got mine done. Yeah. But that's all right, man. And he had a lot less time to
You
do
guys
it
had
too.
like a little whirlwind off. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of.
Dennis.
But
So Chris, along with that Meteor, he brought home a Silver Ball Mania, and Dennis's niece put a bunch of stickers all over his Star Trek cabinet.
You could choose a Stein more than
That'd be the last time I had either a pinball machine or a kid in my basement. It'd be one of the two. Bark Z4 wants to know whose will be nicer, Zach's or Bill's?
Zach's.
He says Zach.
So Zach has the chrome trim on his cabinet. I don't have that.
That's a good question. Is anybody putting Oktoberfest in their collection?
I'll tell you what. I'll have one someday.
You think so?
Guaranteed. That's awesome.
What do you like most about the game?
Hey, dude. I just think us hanging out and playing this game.
That's what I like.
Makes
about
sense for hanging out.
It reminds me
some
again
beers,
like
you know?
getting your buddies together and playing Golden Tee.
Yeah, it is one.
How
of
it's
those
like a social game.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. Now, full disclosure, there are a few things that don't appeal to me about the game very much. That said, like the general gameplay overcomes those issues for me where I still have fun playing the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Big time.
I can see Oktoberfest being in the collection. I'll wait to buy yours.
That works.
You're gonna get one? Well,
So, yeah,
actually,
like,
so
when
Zach
this
has a
came
couple
out-
of these in stock, right?
Oh yeah.
And then this one, I don't know, Zach, will this one be for sale at some point, or does this become a show game for you? Like, how does this Oktoberfest go? Because this was brand new in box when we picked it up. I'm gonna go take my turn.
No. Schmitty did. I saw some pictures today of Schmitty's, and he did an absolutely awesome job on that. So, in all honesty, it would be probably a toss-up, or I'd vote Schmitty's because he's got Zach's game because he's got the chrome on it. I didn't opt for the chrome trim. So, Market Trends is Zach's game by just a bit. So,
Just
oh, you sold? Wait, hold on. I'm just catching up here.
All right, Zach says it's gonna be
Wow.
a show model or sold. He's not sure yet.
Player 2.
Oktoberfest isn't being nice tonight. We're gonna have to blow the game up on game 3.
You blew it up. Kind of blew it
Nah, that was not.
First game.
Blowing it up. You need 1,000,000 points to, I think, is a respectable score.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what.
What do you have? You can choose.
All right, Zach. I will. Cheers to that, dude. Yeah, I'm sure they do beat out 99% of the other ones. Dude, no one restores whirlwinds, especially like how yours is or mine is. So I'm hoping, we can stream Whirlwind on June 7th. Yes, I have pin stadiums on mine. I have the newest ones that came out. The set that's like $390.
What?
The pin stadiums.
Oh, the pin stadiums. Okay.
Yeah, so I got.
I
Pin
thought you were talking about
stadiums.
your art blades.
That's
Those are some hell of a art blades at $390.
They are lined with gold.
The only thing better than that is the Mike D mod for $2,250 that's currently on Pinside. I mean, that's rocking out.
Yeah, I can't even start a tent.
You can't start a tent.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
Player 3.
yeah, dude, that was interesting to cut the. Hold on.
I'll say this, and I want to go through chat here for a second. Zanra says, I'd like to play it on location, but I'm not a buyer for it. Fair enough. I wouldn't judge any machine that you may or may not buy based on what you're seeing on a pinball stream. I think a pinball stream is just good, kind of just overture of what the pin is all about. Go play it and get the full experience. Because honestly, if I watched this on a stream, I don't know that I'd be nearly as interested in as I am in it now, like playing
Definitely
it.
not.
And
Looking at it here in person versus we
just
can
playing
see
it, yeah.
What's on the
I
screen
think that's
here.
probably true for most streams.
It is.
Maybe some
It is.
people are a little bit more advanced than I am, where they can make that decision. But for me, I like to play the game. Similar things I think happen with Wonka, where people judged it on a pinball stream. Get in front of the game and see what happens. He's like, I make all my decisions from streams. Sorry, Wonka. Hey, you know what? I respect it, but I think you're missing out on probably 85% of pinball if you're making all your decisions on streams. But to each his own, man. I absolutely respect your ability to judge on a stream. I just know that I can't do that. Berto Drink 1. Hey, guys, for checking in. How's the music and call-outs holding out after a while playing it? I'm torn on the music. Like, I prefer a lot more of the German-themed festive music than I do like what's
Kinda
being
rock.
played right now.
Yeah.
That said, I don't know that that's as like that rock theme to the pin is as prevalent as it originally was when it came out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Like this. Would you rather have this playing the entire time?
Thanks,
and
Chris.
Zonrith is that Dennis Kriesel? Because he's in under Eclectic Gamers, or who? I'm getting confused here, so I apologize if he's double dipping on the driving the stream numbers up. I like it. SW Poppin' Head says, I prefer Houdini to Oktoberfest based on the layout, but enjoyed Oktoberfest. That side ramp is tough to hit. Side ramp on Oktoberfest isn't as tough as you think it is. I think it's just one of those things where it's
Muscle
You
memory.
need to dial it in.
it's kind of like hitting the I don't know if it's exactly like it, but trying to get the piano shot dialed in on Twilight Zone. Once you know where to hit on the flipper, it's easier. And you have to take advantage of your magna saves. You got to park it in that lane and feed that right flipper to do that. Yep, Zonrith Eclectic Gamers Podcast. Sorry, Dennis, I didn't realize. He's both. I appreciate it, man. Zach thinks Tony is one of them, so maybe Tony's in here under Eclectic Gamers Podcast, or maybe it's not. I feel like we should fire up the X-Files pin now, because the truth is out there. Yeah, all right. Let's go start another game.
All right. You're going to start us off, right?
Yeah, I'll start us
Okay, we'll
off.
keep going in the same order. Going back, though, Zach, I did want to say this, dude. Yeah, but cutting the cabinet on Whirlwind, dude, because of those side rails, man, that really threw me for a loop when I was cutting it because the hole on the flipper button's a little bigger than WPC game.
That was weird. I thought we just faded the black there on the music, so that was
I
interesting.
thought we lost power.
Stream down. It is kind of cool. If you want to get directly into a multi-ball, you can start juggling, and it'll give you a 2-ball multi-ball. I do like games that let you get into a 2-ball multi-ball fast, like a Deadpool. It's good for location play and good for beginners. So I think what I'm going to try to do here is drain that first ball right away and utilize my ball save.
You know what? I liked Houdini. I think it was cool. It was definitely tougher, but I liked it. Never seen a PowerPoint. Yeah, Schmitty was the man on that, dude. Him and I were talking today. So, yeah, dude, he did a great job on yours. Yeah, this playfield, though, is I like this playfield. This would be one I'd like to have in
I
wall
preferred
hanger section.
I preferred over Houdini, but to each his own now.
True. You know what? I'll say that, dude. I think I like this better than Houdini. I still like Houdini because it's a rough game, though. But I like this a little better because it is a little user-friendly. And I like the
Being
theme.
really rough on us tonight, though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
dude.
that.
It's Swift kicking us.
He's kicking some ass right now. I don't know.
Carrie Hardy, what up?
Hey, Carrie, what's going on, man?
Oh, denied.
What games would everybody like to see on the upcoming Flippin' Out streams? That's what I would like to figure out. And I'd also like to know what host you'd prefer to replace us on the future Flippin' Out Pinball streams.
Yeah, we got a couple
Right.
of local guys with nothing to do.
Let's change the game and change the hosts. But again, Zach, thanks for letting us do this, man. We're having a blast.
Yeah,
and thanks
thank
for
you.
everybody for taking some time out of your day to watch some streaming pinball and get into chat. It's fun. Yeah, so Bark Z4, we're talking new games. So
Yeah, for this channel, yeah, definitely. I mean, we could stream some older stuff maybe, but it would definitely not be nearly as prevalent. And it would not be on the Mondays.
killing you too.
Trying to do that backhand to that drop, and it's killing me.
Zach, I liked your analogy, the Three Amigos.
What's up, Carrie?
We have to figure out. So Black Knight Premium was brought up as a potential game to stream. So we played that Black Knight Premium that wasn't really set up too well.
Yeah, no, that'd
It'd be nice to get some more time on that, I suppose.
I'm a big Black Knight fan, so
You see, I'm not a big Black Knight fan. I'm not a big fan of the series. So that's why I like that the newest release or newest version of Black Knight doesn't jump to me. That's not like, oh, I got to get that in my collection. But
I think more than anything, I'm a BK2K fan. I mean,
Black Knight 2000. Yeah.
The original's a little older than stuff I normally gravitate to.
Shoot the center target.
You see that new animation screen is cool for panning on the crowd and the stage. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't
you noticed
seen it yet.
All right,
I
you,
don't-
got,
you
got
called it out
Oh,
earlier.
hey, everybody, quiet. My favorite call out.
That poor Wiener dog, he is too scared to slide down.
I love that. The poor Wiener dog.
Hear anybody?
All right, I just got that center target from the left flipper.
Yeah,
Ken.
right. So it's
Nice.
possible. It's possible.
1 out of 20.
Shoot for the whoop.
Hey, you know what we can do is, for those of you that recognize myself and Bill and even Steve Beatty from Special One Lit Pinball Podcast,
At 8 o'clock, we'll take a quick 2-minute break, and we can give away a special One Lit Pinball podcast T-shirt if anybody would be interested in getting a shirt. They were illustrated or drawn by artist Brian Holderman, and it's we'll show it on the stream.
Awesome. And they're super comfy.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that it?
Well, it was only on one ball, or it was only on one player, so we each played a ball.
How did that happen?
Oh, probably because I
Just a bit outside.
All right, well, good.
All right, let's start another one.
Yeah, I'll start off.
Yeah, I still like.
Up now? No excuses.
Oh no, we're all terrible, but that's okay.
Welcome, player 2, player 3.
Yeah, did I miss anything on what people would like to see next?
Ooh, the Escalera giveaway. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah, an Escalera would be nice.
You know, if I had a basement with a straight down shot, I'd have an Escalera.
Dude, everyone that's in chat
Bring on the music.
and us combined,
Yeah.
no one has an easier setup than you do.
No, I literally
Period.
back up to my garage,
Yeah.
pull the pin out, halfway, quarter way, put 2 legs on, pull out a little bit more, put my pinball cart underneath,
And put it in position.
lift it up, and slide it out.
Sorry, guys, I'm just getting caught up on this. Zach says he wears his shirt every day. Thank you, Zach. I think Escaleras are slightly a bit more than our T-shirts. But, I mean, hey, if he's willing to give them away, sure. No, I don't think we have any mediums
Beetles.
left. I don't even know if we have mediums.
down here, right?
There will most likely see a Beatles here.
Player 2.
I want to say summer. There will be a Beatles in the studio, I believe. If everything goes as planned, there will be a Beatles here. Beatles is another unsung kind of game.
Yeah, dude, that's
We didn't
another.
expect a lot out of Beatles, and when we played it, it was ridiculously fun.
I thought it was. I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I thought it was a cool title for what it was, but playing it really opened my eyes to what kind of game it really could have been.
Well, and to
So-
set the tone on that story, and we told it on our podcast, Special When Lit Pinball Podcast. If you haven't listened, give it a try. We went into Stern to play Munsters, and this is right when kind of Munsters had come out. Dwight Sullivan, who's a buddy of ours, is like, yeah, come play it.
Shoot shots.
Yep.
And we put some time. I think they had the Pro. We were playing the Pro.
Correct.
So we were having fun, but then immediately to the left was the
Beatles.
Beatles.
Hey.
So in between waiting for our turns on Munsters, we put some time on Beatles, and Beatles really surprised us, because we weren't really high on Beatles. And
No.
I think a lot of what happened, I think the initial price release on that game got a lot of people frustrated, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it wasn't as popular as it was out of the gate. But now that people play it on location and they're getting to play it in homes, they're understanding, is it worth the price that is being asked? I don't know. But I'll absolutely say that it's a fun game.
I think it is too. I don't know if it's worth the price either of $8,000, but
Yeah.
you know what? Here, that's because you and I think, kind of budget a little differently on pinball machines. We got to make sure we're getting the best value for what we're putting in. But you know what though? Honestly, yeah, I think that was probably one of the more underrated games of 2018. In all honesty,
Right.
I'd definitely, I'd like to have one at some point too.
And I think the interesting point is obviously, so it's a Sea Witch re-theme, which is it's a single level game.
But-
so there are not ramps.
No.
That being said, it was fun to kind of see an old school layout, but with modern day electronics. And from what I understand, I think everybody realizes that Stern flippers are normally pretty snappy and pretty powerful. I believe they dialed those flippers down a little bit to have it play a little bit more like you would expect an older pin to play.
And
in its time.
Yeah, and they also did refine some of the shots. I mean, it does flow better allegedly versus an original Sea Witch, is what I've been told.
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of great points on Beatles. The thing is this: if you have the finances, or if it's something that you're interested in, maybe some of those variables don't affect your buying decision as much as others. Falgren says, everybody crapped on Beatles because of the price, and single level became in vogue to call it Sea Witch.
Yeah, but do you see this as being one of those sleeper hits down the road when Stern says we're done making them? And then everyone's like, "Oh, we missed the Beatles hype train, and we need to get one."
Well, it's interesting too. It's not like you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna find a lot of them on the used market because
You don't see them.
I haven't seen it. Now, in all fairness, I haven't been looking on the used market for one. But if I were to buy one, I would like to get something in the the $5,000 to $6,000 range. And I mean, if you look at TNA, Scott Denise's game, it's single level.
Yeah.
And I mean, that game new was what, $6,000, $7,000. I'm trying to remember what it was. Dennis, you have one. Can you comment on what the price was? I know they're not making them anymore. They made 550 and they're done for now on their first batch. But so Dennis says from Eclectic Gamer says he believes that TNA is more fun. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Save.
Birdo
Yeah, we
Drink One
had
says
a great time on Beatles.
He says Beatles fun. He's just not in the camp. He wish it was a little cheaper, maybe 6,800-ish would have been great.
Yeah.
And then Dennis says, 6,000
Wow,
new box for
okay.
TNA.
Yeah, that's
So 6K. Yeah, I mean, that's a good deal, I think, for TNA. Now, if Beatles had come out and was priced comparatively at $6,000, and you had the Beatles pin, which was a well-known license with licensed music, albeit maybe a little bit more limited on the music, versus Scott Denise's game, which was totally done from scratch, his creation. It'd be interesting to see what goes head-to-head. I do think that TNA had paved the way for Stern to be able to release a single-level game, though, because with the popularity of that TNA game, I think it opened up a lot of doors and interest for people to accept a retro theme. Bark Z4, Beatles versus TNA, price not included, Bill. What do you got? If you could just get a free TNA or a free Beatles, which one would you want in your basement?
I would have to say Beatles.
nice.
Whoa,
I
hit me.
I have maybe 4 games on Beatles,
So you think you
maybe
beat
10
me?
on TNA.
Yeah.
Happening.
Well, you're going to have more on TNA.
That's tough.
We're going to revisit that.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
You know what would be great is a dual stream. We'll get TNA down here with Beatles, and we'll play both.
Yeah. See who.
We'll do a 25-game marathon on both, and then it'll be like a 9-hour stream. Well, now, the way we're playing, it'll be about 45-minute stream. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna have a good ball. I can feel it.
I really liked. I really liked Beatles, man. That was. It was really a shocker. I like TNA too, but I like.
you have like 4 games on Beatles. Was that when we went to Stern?
Yeah. No, I had like 5 or.
Okay.
No, I had probably like 10, dude. Okay. I mean, I kept playing.
Yeah,
them.
you were playing on
Yeah.
the side of
You
like,
guys-
hey Bill,
we
you're
got
up
there
on.
late. You got there a little later than I did, because I got
Yep.
there. I got there like a half hour early, so I was able to jump on both. Yeah, but though it's everybody's personal perspective. What pulls you in?
Yeah.
I totally looked up.
Wow.
When I
1
should've
million
looked down.
license. I haven't heard that one. That I almost wouldn't doubt that though.
Yeah, I wouldn't surprise.
I wouldn't be surprised if that Beatles license was $1 million.
No, that wouldn't surprise me. Dude, it's just the rights to the music
What do you have?
alone.
You could choose a style.
So this, I'll tell a quick story about TNA, and if hopefully this isn't boring.
Sure.
So I mean, we're buddies with Scott Denisi. When Scott was in the Whitewood stages of TNA, and he at that point he was bringing it to shows. So you'd go to Expo and you'd see it in the homebrew section, and at
TPF,
at
he
one
was
point,
everywhere.
yeah. So Jack Danger had come out to Scott Denisi's house, and Scott had invited some friends over to stream TNA. So he invited me to come by. This is when I knew the game was going to be special. When we all had streamed it, and Jack Danger was there. Interestingly enough, like Charlie was there from Spooky. At the time, the game wasn't contracted.
Yeah.
Now we know that there's a relationship with Scott Denisi, who works at Pinball Life, and Chuck Emery, who buys a lot of parts from Pinball Life.
Yep.
So they're all friends. So Chuck was there kind of supporting the stream. When the stream was over, and Jack Danger does a great stream, everything kind of shut down, and Scott has like another 7 or 8 pins in his basement. Now, at that point, I was curious to see what everybody was going to do, because now that the cameras were shut down, was everybody going to kind of disperse and play the rest of his collection? And they didn't. Everybody stayed on TNA, and everybody was waiting to get on TNA. And, maybe you jumped on Taxi because you were, 2 games out still.
Or
But-
Aftershock.
But that's when I knew the game was going to be special. And then
There was a second stream.
Dude, you're right.
in
That
which
left
they
ramp.
announced
Sorry.
it. Oh, what's that?
That left ramp is killing me. Right
You need to use the Magna save to hit that left ramp.
No,
with any
just
type of consistency.
the big left.
Oh,
ramp.
the big left ramp?
Easy left ramp.
The big wide one.
I'm all over it.
You had that problem with Pirates. Remember, that was that one shot you couldn't hit.
Oh yeah,
And
like
then
15
you know.
times.
I
And then
know.
I started nailing
It's
it.
in your head now, man. It's in your head.
It's getting me.
Let's see. Eclectic Gamers podcast says in 2017, Tony and Dennis played the TNA Whitewood. This is before production announced, and it was their favorite game of the show. The Whitewood in 2018. So this is the thing. When you sit down and you play TNA, even in a Whitewood, now that's a game that gets you the adrenaline because the music is ridiculous.
The sound package in that game.
The
is
light show
crazy.
is fun. It's a fast game. You don't really have time to catch your breath. You're just really rocking it out. I really like the feeling you get playing TNA is almost uncomparable to any other pin. Now, there are other pins that have great, unbelievable, and I'm not saying TNA is the best experience ever, but there's not an experience that I felt like similar to what TNA brings when it comes to like music, adrenaline, light show. It's just fun.
Yeah,
It is
definitely a good game. I like TNA. I do. I've played quite a bit of it by now, though. So that's why, honestly, I still like to jump on a Beetles a little more.
I'd like to jump on both of them, and really give.
What do you have?
It's a problem. I don't play a lot of new stuff. Like when I go to Pinball Life to buy parts, maybe they'll have something new up there. Like Scott's Whitewood was up there when he was first doing it. But really, besides pinball shows, we don't really.
We don't
buy
have
a
to
lot
go
of
too
new
far.
games,
No, we don't. No. We're pretty well versed here to be able to jump on whatever we want.
You're right there. We have Chicago.
Yeah, that would be. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up on some of these posts in here. Yeah, that'd be. Maybe that's a good conversation for next week. Beetles versus TNA for Zach and Dennis. I'd like to see that one.
All right, I can't hit the tent scoop, so
Dude, I'm having trouble with the scoop too.
this game's
Don't get
obviously
it.
not set up properly. That's what I'm going to blame it on. All right, so you got to backhand the scoop. When you're trying to hit it directly, it just gets frustrating. And then when you try to backhand it, it makes
that's
you...
life in the
that's what I was
capital.
seeing.
So here we go.
Popeye is a good pin. All right, Zach. So I got to hear this one. Why is
I don't even deserve to flip it.
All right, not gonna lie, I've never played Popeye. I hear a lot of negativity around that, the big toilet bowl.
okay? I played one game. I played one game of Popeye.
Zach, I'm kidding. The game is set up fine. I'm having a rough go at it the first 3 or 4 games here.
You had a great first.
I fully intend on lighting it up here on this next game. And then somebody said we have to put a wager on here. So let's do this.
I think that'll help.
After this game, we can do our station identification commercials, and then we can start.
Yeah, it's
thinking
8
a little
o'clock.
more. Yeah.
We're at about halftime. We'll do that, and we'll get a...
Each has its own benefits.
Does anybody have or not have a special Win Lit Pinball podcast shirt that would be interested in entering a contest?
All right, so I got to jump in here for a second, but please answer.
Yeah,
Sky slide.
Okay, so Popeyes, where's really? Okay. All right, so
I'll just buy a shirt. You don't have to buy a shirt. I'm sorry. We're having 2 different conversations here.
yeah, Ken's talking about.
What are you stalling
No, we're
on here?
talking about Popeyes as a great pinball machine, and I
Oh,
played one
come
game, and
on.
I
All right,
just
we can end the conversation right there. Like, really? Is that what we're talking about? Is that where the stream is going?
Hey, our show sponsor jumped in on that, so I'm just contributing.
We're not ever going to stream a Popeye.
Oh. No Popeye in the house.
Popeye is better than Thunderbird.
So my last comment on this: what is a better game for people that have played both, Popeye or Gilligan's Island?
Haven't played either.
We'll give away a special Win Lit shirt. We'll do that in a second.
Hang on. Popeye is a super pin, right? It's a wide body. Yeah, I don't. Just by the looks of it,
Gilligan's, hey,
I'm
Lloyd,
not gonna agree with that.
Lloyd Olson's in the house. What's up, Lloyd?
Boy.
He brought up Gilligan's Island. Didn't you buy a Gilligan's Island, Bill?
I did. I'm just curious to see what people thought was better.
Falgren, Gilligan, but not by much.
Is that what the debate is? It's Gilligan's Island versus Popeye?
Popeye, yeah.
All right, now's a good time to
Let's throw a
pause
little
the
spring
station
break in there too, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look out!
Interesting. How'd you do there? This is going to be the best ball of the night for me.
All right, I think Beatty takes it. I was. What
kind of
Not
shirts?
the way I wanted to take it.
We have T-shirts actually. Hold on, let me grab one.
Okay, so Gilligan's. Gilligan's not by much. Okay, so Zach, I got to ask you this question then. So you said Popeye is one of the better super wides. So what do you like better then? Popeyes or Demolition
Demo
Man? No, I do. I don't have enough time on Popeyes to say what I don't like about it. Just curious.
I have no time.
I think Fishtails is a good game. I mean, it's not a lot to do, but it's just definitely a simple game to
Dave's
play.
just throwing
So,
fishtails out there. That's not a super pin. He's
yeah,
just
no, it's not. But Ken just put
typing the
our
fishtails.
our T-shirt up. What we plan on giving away this evening.
So we'll give one of these away. They're brand new shirts. Again, artist Brian Holderman did that. Now on the scoring reel on the Tiki Pinball are the number 0476, and that's an Easter egg for the month and the year that Roger Sharp made the shot that saved pinball. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give that away here in a second. We'll pull that off the glass, and we'll figure out a way to give that away.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna start another game here, right? But first,
What up, Scott?
First, we're gonna pause for a little station identification. This game just keeps going, huh? All right, there, Oktoberfest. Hold on one second here, gentlemen. Gotta make sure we pay our dues here. And we want to thank the Flippin' Out Pinball channel for allowing us to host. And we're back. All right, so let's
Let's do one of these one-handed games here,
all right.
right?
So we'll do the one-handed game. Now, the one-handed game is actually pretty fun because you can play with the two right flippers or the two right flipper buttons, right?
Yeah.
Where did Bill go? He just abandoned the stream. Bill
So,
quit.
I
He's
think
out.
I think a lot of people thought the one-handed game was for some reason you're just switching one hand and putting it behind your back.
That makes no sense.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense though.
Doesn't make any sense.
All right. So let's get caught up in chat here real quick before we get another game. We have
Come on, Zach. Fishtails is where it's at, man.
Fishtails. Zach told me about MGC. The Popeye was better than Fishtails. Yikes. Fishtails shoots well. Like Demo Man, that's it, says Zach. Back to Dennis. He's not going to critique Popeye here. It's in his best not to discuss it so people don't know that it's existing. So he doesn't want to drive any interest to a game that he doesn't want to have known in existence. Scott from Penn Stadium, what's up, buddy? He had a Popeye say that it ranks below Fishtails, which he owned too, just his thoughts. Popeye was cool to have because it was hard to find back then. You know why it's hard to find? I think a lot of people are throwing those in the garbage.
Yeah.
They're
Flushing them down the toilet.
just letting them go, and they probably weren't all made. Carrie Hardy, got to hop off here.
Peace out, Carrie.
Try to pop in out a little bit later. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks for
See you in a
stopping in.
bit.
Cool dollar game challenge, though. One-handed games. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? So on Oktoberfest, if you want to play one-handed, you use the two right flippers, the two right flipper buttons for the left and right flippers. And yeah, play some dollar games. It's fun. Hold your drink in your left hand, right? Nothing wrong with that. And then Lloyd says Popeye's hard to find because the boards were worth more than the game.
Parting
Good point,
them out
right?
and just taking the boards.
What's up, Scott? So Carrie's out. We got some people. I don't want to come on the stream to sell shirts, but we're going to give a shirt away here. So what we'll probably do is first make sure that you followed the channel. If you stopped in to visit, follow Flippin' Out Pinball, and that allows you to
be informed when we go live. And typically what we're trying to do here is Monday nights between 7 and 8, start the stream and go for a couple hours and stream the newest games that Flippin' Out Pinball is providing. And you can contact Zach at flippinoutpinball.com for information, or you can actually call him or text him right now at 847-778-4876. He does have Oktoberfest in stock, but he's a distributor for just about every manufacturer. And he does also offer the Escalera, which is the electric stair climbing dolly for those of you that might have back issues or looking to ease the pain of going up and down stairs with.
They're awesome.
With,
hey, it's worth
pinball
it.
Machines.
They're definitely worth it, but eases that pain and doesn't give you a back issue.
Yeah.
Back issues aren't cheap.
All right, so Dave says the one-hander dollar, the loser gets the shot of malort, right? So let's bring the malort up here. Let's see. And I think
It's about a shot left because I had to take one last week.
I'm very picky. Like, I don't like taking swigs out of bottles and sharing that. I assume the alcohol probably kills the germs, but I don't take any chances. So this malort bottle probably has
A little more. It's probably like
about
2
two
shots.
shots left in it. So the loser drinks from the bottle the malort, the remaining malort. And for those of you that don't, if you don't know what malort is, it's a Chicago tradition of just piss poor alcohol. It tastes like rat piss and envelope glue.
Rubber bands.
Aged. Aged.
Right? Not even fresh.
Aged in a moldy
Not
barrel.
even fresh. So yeah, it's not. If anybody says, "Hey, welcome to Chicago, we want to get you a shot of malort," you have been christened, but you've also been warmed here on the Flippin' Out Pinball show. So
You know what? That would be interesting.
it is high class.
If you're a southpaw, if you're left-handed, the right-handed, because there's only the 2 flipper buttons on the right-hand position.
Side, yeah.
That'd be extra
Let's get it going.
rough.
So we'll do that. We'll do that
It'd
for
be
the
like a
shot of malort.
handicap.
All right, so is it a
Let's
dollar
do it. Start
dollar
that.
game and a shot of malort? Is that what we're
Dollar
doing? or
and a
just
shot.
All right,
All right.
you ready?
Let me get my dollar, which is perfect. So I have my wallet in my car.
I don't have dollars on me. I don't have to use my.
That's fine. We'll go
I got
credit. You can PayPal it.
Credit?
Well, we're not throwing it on the glass, are we?
Dollar on the glass, right?
No, you don't have to throw it on the glass. I don't even know if that's legal.
Oh, that's a good point.
We're not betting on the game, guys. So
Yeah,
don't
there's
worry
no
there.
betting going on here.
All right, $3 under the Corona bottle. Kind of studying his strategy. Life is good.
I don't think I started the one. I didn't. We'll have to do it next time.
All right, next time.
Hit the start button, right? Oh,
Yeah, I already hit start.
All right, so next game we'll be doing the.
Well, let's do this.
One-handed.
Let's make this the malort game, though. No reason to make everybody wait.
Well, hang on. You've had this game long.
and then
The malort game should be an even play field.
the next game. So this game is for the malort. Or is that what you're saying? You don't want me to have the advantage?
Whatever.
I've literally played this game 3 more times than you have.
I know.
All right. So this will be the malort game. Whoever
Malort
loses this game
and
gets
the
a malort.
dollar.
The next one will be the.
Yeah, we'll do a
a
swap.
shot of
malort
Woodford or
dollar,
something.
malort dollar.
All right. So let's do that. Let's turn this up a little bit.
Oh, we're getting all in on this one.
Here we go. Rejects.
Yeah, Cosmic Carnival. I don't know. I saw it. We saw it at TPF. It was a beautiful machine, man.
Yeah, I like.
The art, though, I don't know. And I like the symmetrical layout. We don't
I thought
see
it was
that
cool.
often.
I like the wireform better.
Yeah,
the problem
you're
with TPF though, dude, is that they just had like
Oh yeah, it was just
You know,
basically
it
hit
wasn't
start,
even
one
beta
ball
code.
pops
It was-
out,
yeah.
and it drains. No rules or anything from what I recall.
no,
It's
no, dude,
basically
it was just
seeing how it
knock
shot.
the ball around. You know, if you wanted a multi-ball. Oh, dude, I got 5 on Bill, dude. I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Dude,
true. Visually,
When it
yeah.
comes to playing pinball, dude, I'm not very good, but I could do some things and build some things. But yeah, Cosmic Carnival definitely had the Expo code. I still think it's a cool looking game. I want to see where it develops to.
yeah,
You know,
that's a Dirty Donnie, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Dirty Donnie did do the art on that. Yeah, dude, we'll see Barks.
Pressure's on now,
Dude,
Bill.
hey man, you know, getaway.
Yeah, Barks, keep coming here.
I'll do getaway for money. My getaway for money. Or my
I'd take you on a $5 on your
on my getaway,
Yeah.
dude. It's on. I like it.
I like it too.
All right, one of these streams we'll have to do a $5 getaway.
Just remember, yours.
Hey, well, when we do that, we'll have to bring Dwight because Dwight's always in on a $5 game of getaway too.
He is.
Yeah, I think they could have done a little better of a unveil that day too.
Oh, did it really? Wow.
Yeah, it still definitely looks
Definitely
fun, man.
possible to be fun.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this game winds up because Ken's been on there a minute, man. He's rocking that machine. Oh.
All right, Bill, who's drinking the malort? You were
You're player 2.
I'm starting to get in a little groove here, guys. I think.
Yeah,
found
we can see that.
malort on
The groove being I can't start a tent. Other than that, though, I can ricochet the ball and waste a bunch of time.
He's the pinball hustler over here.
I'm Otto.
Hey, what's up, Lee from Pinball Supernova?
Lee Dubs.
Lee Dubs. What's up, guys? So again, this is what we're aspiring to do, right? Monday nights. Let's get all the pinball media together and all the guys that like to listen to podcasts and watch streams. Let's all hang out on Mondays for a couple hours and just kick the week off with some pinball conversation and some poor playing pinball.
So I have to ask, with your strategy,
Poor playing pinball players,
poor
not
playing,
the actual
yeah,
game.
yeah, we're not gonna,
Right.
yeah.
Is that what that was?
As I think I coined the phrase last week on the podcast, fluck.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, what was
that?
Bill's doing his own
That was on the podcast.
his own
yeah,
censorship in real time, like of his cussing on the podcast. It was fluck. Like, I don't know about that one. Anyways, good times. Let's see what Bill can do here. What did everybody think about the Catwoman reskin, if you want to call it that, of the Batman 66, in which they replaced the head decals with Catwoman and then featured her prominently on the translator of the back glass. Reskin is generous. It is generous. When I envisioned the reskin, I envisioned a whole new cabinet style, but I'm just curious to see what everybody else thought about that, actually. See, I hear that, Dave. Batman 66 is beautiful clunk fest, but I think a lot of people are looking past the clunk fest because of the experience that the game gives you. Full disclosure,
I know a lot of people that enjoy Batman.
yeah. I noticed, like, for instance, like Deadpool, it first of all, it really has to be set up. But if you're not hitting the shots perfectly, it can get clunky, but it's almost acceptable that it's clunky because it makes you really fulfilled when you do hit the shots perfectly.
Yeah.
And that's that, that right ramp that feeds the left. Oh, it's me again. Excuse me. Play
Reverse, but
Oh, yeah.
Bill, what'd you get there? Oh, beady trailing. Oh.
Oh, wow. So I'm in the lead. Wow, go figure that one. Then Ken just took the lead. I like your analogy there, Dave. It's just like a reverse Butterface. You know what, though? It teaches you... I don't know, man. See, I like those kind of games, though, that they might be kind of clunky, but they teach you to get better at your shots. You know? Scott, what's the good word, man? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I really like the Stein race on this game, too, by the way. I think that's a cool one.
There's a lot of good modes.
Well, yeah, dude, it's also interesting because they have the chick on there saying, let's see if you can drink faster than I can.
Yeah, and you're like,
know.
oh, I can do it. Oh,
Yeah, chick just beat me.
outrank.
Virtual
All right.
chick just kicked my butt.
I'm starting to get frustrated with my playing right now, a little bit.
No, I think you're just trying to taste a good old shot of malort.
There's no way that happens. There's no way that happens.
Yeah, dude, Dennis, I don't know, man. I'm still curious, too, if that's really going to drum up a whole lot of sales for Batman 66. I don't think it will, but, we'll see. Dude, listen to tomorrow's episode, man. We were talking about that tonight, man, and I think we raised some good points on that. I think Munster's Premium and Color has a better chance of success, too, but then you got to contend with, the people that got burned by that. Getting a black playfield when they might not wanted one.
Yeah, we discussed this a little bit on episode 53 of the Special Only Pinball podcast that'll be out tomorrow. But I agree. I think it was inevitable you were going to see that color version of the Premium. I think I discussed that earlier on when the Premium was announced as the black and white. It is what it is, man. I guess my only wish would have been if they were going to do that, maybe they waited a little bit longer and maybe vaulted it as a color edition. You all right there, Steve?
Is that earthquake?
I really don't want
Earthquake mode?
right now.
Yeah, you're getting the malort. You're getting the malort.
Sorry.
Player 3.
I don't know why. It's plain brutal for me. For all of us, I think.
It is. I mean, we got to start a multi, but we got to step up the game here, guys.
Yeah, I mean the juggling malting ball is.
Yeah, that's
a
we can
given,
start that.
You know.
I'm gonna lock some balls in that keg or in that corkscrew. We're gonna start a little multi ball.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to step it up. Sorry, guys.
Is Stern doing a vault edition this year? It's a good question. If they are, I don't know. You figure you got another pin coming up in July, August, and then another pin coming up to end the year. Do they have time to squeeze a vault in there? I'm really not sure.
Might hook you up.
Yeah, buddy.
Was it me now?
It is you.
It is you.
All right, good.
Oh, and a change of events. Bill's now last. Steve's looking all right.
Bill, just a bit outside. We'll see.
Sorry, guys, just catching up. Yeah, I'll be curious to see if Stern does a vault this year. I'd be imagining they would. I mean, I think they were one of the companies, too, that said they're going to bring more games to the table this year than they have in the past, which, you know, I think they brought 5 games last year, which means we're due for, like, another 4 more. Break that up into months. I'd say we're about another month out.
Isn't that crazy, though?
Dude, I'm getting killed on Oktoberfest. Oh. You know what it is? I can't tap pass on
As long as I don't come in last place, then I still win.
The pressure's on. If I have to do that malort, I'm serious. That's going to be pretty disappointing for me. And that was a half-ass attempt at that skill shot that just so happened to work out for me. It's even the skill shot. That's like dead bang, right? It's like the most. It's difficult tonight.
Oh gosh.
Hey, but we're having a good time doing it, though.
Time to visit another tent.
So to catch everybody up to speed here, the low man on the totem pole on this game
Doing a quality shot.
is going to be finishing off the bottle of malort, which is the wait a second. That could have been crucial. What's the update here? I think I'm safe, right? I cannot get voted off the island here. So is it between you and Bill here? Was he got 44,000? What do you have?
Yeah, he
Steve?
needs.
We're not talking scores while somebody's shooting.
Oh, we're not? I thought that was the whole idea.
That would be rude.
Tron Vault Edition. I don't think the Tron Vault Edition or the Lord of the Rings Vault Edition sees the light of day unless Stern is looking to really pound out some numbers.
Wouldn't you have to get that license again, though, for
Yeah.
like Lord of the Rings?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
a
for
big
sure.
license.
It is. If they were going to vault
Tron's
that,
big
I would
license.
love to see a ball save. I'd love to see LCD implemented in games like Ghostbusters. Would be cool to see a vault with an LCD. I think Lord of the Rings has this year's prize.
So pumped.
Loser Kid 3, what's up? I don't know what's going on. I thought White Noise 3000 was Loser Kid. Unless we've got
Tron is easy money.
Scott and Josh and Chat
Yep.
in the chat here. Oh, Scott, I'm sorry, man. I thought I was asking you, and I didn't catch it. Oh, my fault.
Just missed it.
So Scott, who's White Noise 3000, is the co-host of Loser Kid Pinball Podcast with Josh Roop, who's also in chat under the Loser Kid 3 username. So good times. So yeah, like Tron, Ghostbusters, Lord of the Rings, you know, LCD these pins, pay for some movie assets, and then that gives you like this, just a Super Vault edition.
It does, yeah.
I mean, I would love to see that.
Can I just take this shit now?
That
you guys got me.
all right, no, I think we need to draw some attention to this.
All right.
Since you're, I mean, it's not every day that somebody drinks malort out of the bottle.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday where I drank malort.
Hey, man, I was going.
Actually, it was on a
What's
shot
up, Tuna?
glass.
I was playing hard to make sure I didn't have to do that shot, man.
In all fairness, I think we
whiffed.
all had
Totally
malort
whiffed.
last week. And again, malort is just the worst tasting.
Worst.
You can't
I mean,
even call it
this
hard
is
liquor.
a double shot.
Rat piss aged
Sorry,
through a
Dave.
molded
I'll
barrel.
let you down, bro.
With it says Jepson Malort has the aroma and full body flavor of an unusual botanical.
Can we not read this
It's a
before
bitter
I take
taste
it?
is savored by
and talk
two-fisted
about it?
drinkers. That's the most generous description of Malort I've ever heard. So
for Steve for having the low score on Oktoberfest for our fourth or fifth game tonight.
Yep.
He'll be
something like
consuming
that.
the double shot out of the bottle. We don't condone drinking out of bottles in general, but
Unless you're going to finish it. Especially when it's
since
a
he's finishing
$200
it, that's
bottle
gonna
of
be his.
rum that we're passing around.
For
at
Ken
Expo.
Cromwell and Bill Webb, this is Steve Beatty. Good to know you.
And
Right.
I'm Malort.
there you go. Hey. Oh, dude, and it went down like Coca-Cola. It was like 3
Dude,
sips.
yeah, dude.
So here's another thing.
There you go. You can. We're gonna.
What
sign
I've
the bottle
heard
with
is
this.
they've actually changed this recipe in the last.
Probably from the
Oh
health
yeah,
department.
there it is. Oh, that's
You got it.
Mm.
And that's why
You ever
we
eat
were-
a ball of rubber bands?
Dude, that's why I was.
Band-Aids. Ken likes the Band-Aids. I like rubber bands.
No. That tastes like envelope glue. Like when you lick an envelope
No.
and you got that glue taste.
No, yeah.
And like cat litter.
yeah.
Like both of them mixed.
But used cat litter, not
Yeah.
the fresh stuff. Yeah.
So let me see if I can start the
Yeehaw!
one-handed game here in Oktoberfest. And I thought last week it was holding down both flipper
was.
buttons and hitting start.
Yeah,
right?
Bill, way to go.
So,
Worst to last.
So what we're gonna do
The
now?
last ball.
Tuna Delight's asking if we all own an Oktoberfest. We don't. So on this Flippin' Out Pinball channel, Zach Meny, who runs Flippin' Out Pinball with his wife Nicole,
stew.
they give us the newest games and we unbox them and then we play them until the next newest game comes out and then we unbox those and we play them and we just kind of do it.
And talk about the game
And then we have a live podcast at the same time. I'm Ken Cromwell and this is Bill Webb from
How we all-
Special Winley Pinball
we
Podcast,
doing?
and this is our buddy Steve Beatty, who's been on a lot of our adventures, including TPF.
Yep.
So we record our podcast that we upload weekly on Tuesdays, on Monday nights, and then after that we come here and we do the stream.
Yeah. Two for.
Yeah,
Two for
it's
one.
2 for. So
Yeah.
so what we're gonna do now though, and the next one is gonna be it'll be a poured shot of Woodford Reserve.
Oh wow. We're
Oh,
doubling
now
up.
I want to lose.
No. All right.
All right.
We're gonna
one-handed.
Oktoberfest has a mode in it in which you play with. There's 2 buttons on the right side and 1 button on the left, and the lower button on the right controls the Magna save, whereas the upper button on the right controls the lower right and the upper right flipper. Now, when you're in one-handed mode, the upper and lower buttons on the right side control individual flippers. So, for instance, the upper flipper controls the right flipper, or the upper button controls the right, flipper. The
lower's
lower
left.
button controls the left, which in my opinion it should be reversed, but that's why I can't wrap my head around it. So we're going to play this game one-handed, and you can see it like an unusually horrible game. Now, what will happen is the low score on this will take the Woodford Reserve, and we'll do one shot of there just for prosperity's sake. And,
All right.
all right, so let's do that.
Bauermeister, thank you for the compliment on the worst to first or second. And honestly, I think
really didn't want
this is going to be a demo game at shows, or this might be for sale at some point. So we'll just have to see how that goes.
I did want to comment. So to start this game off, I'm holding down both flippers on the right side, or both flipper buttons rather. And then you get the warning, pressing start now will put the game in one-handed play. So I can hit start,
Welcome to Oktoberfest.
and we'll go 3 players. And now I'm playing one-handed here.
We'll get to that soon, Andre. Yeah, for anyone, this is definitely an awesome mode.
So I'm using my index finger and my middle finger on my right hand to control these flippers.
Yeah, sorry, Zach. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get too specific on what was going to happen to these machines. Never knows. This one could wind up in my basement. I actually do like this machine. I'd like to own one at some point. Right now, with what I got tied up in a few games that I'm doing right now, just a little bit out of fundage for pinball. And I don't feel like getting a divorce, as that would cost me more money, and I'd have to sell games. So, yeah, dude, I'd love to auction off a game on stream. That'd be a good time, Zach. So anyone's just tuning in, we're doing right hand only on this game because of the 2 flipper buttons.
And still rocking it, huh? Impressive.
Thank you, Tuna Delight. All right, now I'm getting nervous, man. That you'd have to ask Zach on.
A better score than mine.
It's a one-handed save! Oh! Oh, and I hit the wrong flipper button. Oh, that sucks.
You shaved it and then
I
lost
need
it.
Tommy John surgery. My elbow just tore out trying to shake that machine to keep that ball saved, and then I hit the wrong damn flipper button to keep the ball alive. So, I need therapy. Bad times. Probably one of my best balls of the night, though. Not having any control.
Yeah, I'd have to work on my auctioning off voice. Yeah, but honestly, I think if you bought this game, I think Ken and myself have no problem signing a machine.
Oh god.
Which is kind of funny because you and I don't think ever signed. No,
You know what we can do
we
is
signed Rorden shirts. Rorden had our first signature.
we can put a bottle of malort in the coin box for you if it's not being
Illegally.
shipped.
Yeah.
Illegally. We can absolutely do that. Maybe,
Come on.
Maybe little sample size bottle. Did they even sell airport bottles of malort?
I don't know.
Probably illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's barely legal to sell that content.
Good times. So anyways, and again, the loser's gonna take the shot of the Woodford. So it's all about having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and we got to talk about the T-shirt still.
Yeah, we'll give away the T-shirt at the end of the stream.
Okay, all right.
So we'll give
got
that away
mentioned
like
and,
around 9 o'clock. What we did last week is we ended the stream with Josh at about the 2 hour and 15-minute mark, and we had a little after hours party where we just stopped playing pinball and just got into some pinball talk. So if enough people are interested in sticking around for an extra 20 minutes after the pinball stream, we can potentially offer an after hours. I know you work early. I don't know that you'll be able to stay or not.
I
but
might be able to stay a little bit. I will have to
Okay.
step outside for a minute, but I could definitely hang out a little bit.
You had it going for a little bit.
Dennis, I
Right,
loved
one-handed,
your
right?
analogy with the 10-year-old Cobalt and the someone might need pinball boards out of a Popeye. That was perfect, man. Loved it.
Oh my god.
I love seeing a lot of the familiar faces jumping back in on multiple weeks here, back to back. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Gotta get used to it, man.
You all right?
So what's worth more, a 10-year-old Cobalt or a Popeye nowadays?
Popeye.
All right.
I'd say a Popeye.
This
What
like
is, what is Popeye?
like a
Maybe
this or
20,
that.
2,500 bucks?
So if Malort's so nasty, why does everybody go out of their way to drink it? Weird. You know what? I don't.
It's a
think-
thing.
It's like dark tourism, like people that go
It
to like
is.
murder scenes, and they want to like they want to go there
Murder
and
scenes
take
of Malort.
pictures.
That sounds like a good night.
Same reason people slow down to see an accident. I mean, this is kind of the same idea. It's like it's almost like a badge of not of honor but of dishonor that you have to go through like a hazing.
So on a regular night, Ken, when you're drinking, you know, on a good drink, are you pouring a glass of Malort, or is this is more like a punishment or
It's always a
or a
punishment.
rite of passage?
We used to play a lot of Golden Tee in studio, and we'd get force some of Golden Tee going, and then low score always had to do the Malort. But the other thing was this: like if you had a shot that was out of bounds, or you missed an easy putt, you would just take a shot of Malort.
Yeah.
You classically condition yourself to not make any of those bad mistakes ever again.
So it's
because you knew the
yeah.
fallout was going to be the Malort. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's the thing, Dennis. There is no mileage counter.
Yeah, it's
on
a party foul.
Set of pinball boards, but 238,000 miles, dude. You got your value out of it.
Who's player 2? Is that you? You, Bill?
That was me.
Oh, Steve, you had a big game.
I'm telling you.
Steve lit it up, man.
Yeah, Dave. Malort and Cobalts don't mix, unless you have a lot more money on top of that.
Hey, man, I could see that definitely being a good time, man. If rules and laws didn't apply, yeah, stick Cobalt and a bottle of Malort would definitely be a good time, man.
Oh, a stick Cobalt. All right. Now we're getting to some.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, there's a lot of fun to be had, dude, for $580 or whatever it was.
Man,
trading
I
at.
miss driving stick. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dude, think about the cool crap we could do to something like that. I mean, there's hills I could think of right now that I'd love to jump something like that off of.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not gonna go jumping cars off hills.
Oh,
but
well, dude, I'm all
I'm just
about
talking about just driving stick, like a.
Go do some e-brake burnouts.
Maybe
and
not that either.
Little piles.
Just driving stick, man.
You just miss driving stick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you get a little bit more pep, you know. I mean, yeah. I'm not. Were you jumping cars?
Oh, dude, we do something fun, man. Dude, for $560, I think we could have a good night. You know, you two can drink, man, and I'll just drive.
I can't wrap my head around the flipper placement for this game.
You let Bill drive the stick shift going over hills?
Bill?
If my intention was to have
After like 8 Starbucks and like when we got off the plane in Texas and Bill had like 4 Starbucks and then proceeded to drive home and complain that every truck in front of him was braking too hard.
Hey, man, I love that. That
gosh.
was a good time, man. You
That
guys
was-
were getting nervous as
I was
long-tailed
pretty nervous.
cats and rocking chairs.
It's the only time where I was less nervous on a plane than I was in a car getting out of the airport.
Were you that?
Yeah, a little
no,
nervous,
dude,
a
it wasn't
little
that bad, man.
It was a little bit.
Well, you kept freaking out, dude, because every time somebody hit their brakes, man, I'd speed up and cut over, and you're
Yeah,
like,
typically
dude, what
when
are
you see the
doing?
brake lights, you don't speed up and then turn and look out your back window to do a lane
Absolutely,
change.
dude. It's intimidation factor.
No, hey, you intimidated the hell out of me, man. For what it's worth.
Hey!
Hey, one-handed save.
Oh.
Nicely done. Nicely done. So the Oktoberfests are $73.95 plus shipping. Games are powder-coated real backglass and side art standard. You know what's nice, too, is all the cabinet artwork has like a nice textured kind
Finish.
of polycarbonate over-laminate over them, which is going to help reduce scuffing. I noticed that first thing.
Holy
As somebody
crap,
that comes
look
from
at
the decal side of things for my full-time work, I appreciated that they did that. You also find decals in places that you normally wouldn't see in a lot of pinball machines. You'll see decals on the front part of the apron that's facing the play field, which
Yeah,
I
that
thought was
was-
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So it was like a little bit of attention to detail, which you didn't normally see. Now, we've had the game here for a few weeks, and it's been maintenance-free for us, too, which is a big thing. Didn't have to really do anything setting it up out of the box, with the exception of we had the center target was machine gunning a little bit, and that's because the spring was a little bit too tight. Loosened the spring up, and it's been fine. So, for those of you that might have an intimidation factor about a new in-box machine and proper setup, with Zach at Flipping Out Pinball as your distributor, you're going to be fine if you do run into a problem, but this machine's been just about maintenance-free for us.
Yeah, it's not a margarine cabinet, though. No butter.
No butter? No, no butter.
Feeling good about this, guys. I play better one-handed.
Yeah, Tradition, what's up, man? I am on Pinside looking for a Pirates of the Caribbean LE. So I'm not sure if anybody has one that they're looking to let go, but I am actually looking for one. And, yeah, Scott, I don't know. Lloyd is going to be on call for repair help? Great question. I know if you can count on one thing, you can count on Lloyd helping people in the in pinball in general. In fact, he's one of the guys that I respect the most on Pinside, whom I've
Yeah,
never
big time.
met. You know what I mean?
I've never
Because
met Lloyd either.
I really want to
Man,
meet
that
Lloyd.
guy's
I want to go up to
an asset.
SS Billiards in Minnesota and check his
should.
place out. We should road trip up there. That'd be really
I'd
fun.
love to.
There's a lot of things to hit on the way too. You know, pinball wise.
And yeah, and I did find a class of 1812. I am right now in the final stages of arranging pickup for that pin. So yeah, I'm in buy mode. The 3 pins I'm looking for right now before I take my last turn and potentially have to drink the shot of Woodford. 1812, which I believe I've acquired at this point. Wonka LE and Pirates of the Caribbean LE. Now I realize if both Pirates and Wonka like showed up at the same time, it'd be a difficult situation financial for me to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'd have to liquidate some assets, so to speak, not like personal financial assets, but like games.
Yeah.
But I could make it happen. I'm assuming that the Pirates is going to be a little bit of a wait for me, and it'll come when the time is convenient.
Yeah.
And I'm also working on that Brian Holderman Meteor retheme project that I'm excited to get done. So let me take my
that'll be
last turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Just catching back up.
I'm bringing up the rear here, man. I can't like that.
Wonka schmanka. Dude, I'm in on a Wonka. I love it. You know, I think it's got a ways to go to get to where it needs to be to like JJP status. But I think they're gonna get there.
Yeah, I think that game is good.
Boosts the rotor.
Hey, man.
Where am I getting my Wonka? Get it from Flipping Out Pinball.
Absolutely.
Ooh-wee.
Hey, I'm not saying Pirates doesn't rock. I just like I like Wonka a little better. But I haven't had as much time on Pirates. I mean, I still think Pirates is a cool game. And a big thing for me
Pirates
is theme,
is a great
dude.
game, man.
Theme, it's a big part of it.
I
is
agree.
theme.
Like, I'm not a huge Pirates theme, but man, that game rocks.
It does.
It really does.
It does.
Like,
Problem is
I watched Wonka, I don't know, maybe, I'm not going to say 100 times. Probably not quite that many, but
no, maybe a dozen in your life. Maybe?
yeah.
That's where
like,
I was
know
at.
the movie, you know, so that's where it rings a bell. And it shoots great, but I went there playing Wonka, and I left loving them both.
Yeah, we know a few people that have done some things for flipping out. Definitely worthwhile.
Dude, Zach and Nicole will hook you guys up. Get a hold of them. Yeah, they're awesome. I wouldn't.
And here's
I
the
wouldn't
thing.
use anybody else to
Zach
to
answers
give
the
them a game.
phone.
Zach answers the phone.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
that's
likes
always
to
nice when
he
your
likes to answer
distributor
at 3
answers the phone,
a.m.
right?
especially. So give him a call then.
Lots of choices.
Oh, okay. So we got to go out to SS Billiards in 1,219 days.
12/19. That's like
like 4 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill and I doing the quick math of mathematics.
Yeah. I'm just thinking to myself, this is a long game.
Yeah, you're not looking so good anymore, bro.
No. I'm looking like I'm out. But that's okay. You know, small price.
By the way, Ken has one hand in his pocket, and the other
one is holding a
lighting
peace
a
sign.
pinball machine.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Zach,
2 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Zach and Scott both in this chat, dude. They answer the phone. Doesn't seem to matter what time of day or night it is.
They do. Oh, nice center post save there, Ken.
No, I'm not gonna say that, dude. If I lose, I want to lose because I didn't cheat.
There is no cheating. Does the left flipper work?
No.
Yeah.
No, but if I start talking smack in his ear, that's not fair.
Well, I don't know. Is smack
I
talking?
know the
cheating?
one day you stood like
maybe.
right up on me to make sure I'd lose, and I still won. I don't know if it was intentional though.
I don't remember that day. I might have.
Yeah, it might have been a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Player 2.
All right. That's not me. That's Steve. Oh shit.
You got a nice game going, man. All right. I emailed Scott at 2 a.m. regarding my Penn Stadium. Had a response at 2:13.
Oh, I believe
This
that.
is a true story. I've never reached out to Scott on something when I was an original customer years ago or even now where I haven't heard back from him in like 9 minutes or less. And at one point, Steve had an issue where he was trying to figure out the best way to hook up Penn Stadiums on his Attack from Mars remake.
Yeah.
And he's like, what should I do? I go, hey, you know what? Reach out to Scott real quick. He'll get right back to you. So I'm on chat with Steve Beatty over here. And he's like, yeah, I just messaged him now. I go, dude, in 3 minutes, you're going to get a reply. And then when 4 minutes went by, I was concerned that something happened to Scott.
I'm like,
Scott might be dead.
I think I asked if you had one of those extra connectors because
Right.
I bent one of mine or something. You're like, dude, just retouch to Scott.
And
He'll
then
be back in
4
touch
minutes
within
go by. I'm
literally within 5 minutes.
Right, it was 6 minutes.
And I
Like
was
then
like,
he got back to you. I
"Yeah,
was like,
some
oh my
BS,
goodness.
you know, whatever."
Good times. Good times.
Sure.
So yeah, Scott's the man with the customer service.
Bill says, I don't know. Maybe Bill thinks talking smack is not allowed. We don't really do that though. I don't know.
The talking smack.
Our group of pinball.
No,
yeah,
too many nice
we're
guys
not
in our group.
hovering and talking smack. We're almost kind of.
Wish that we did.
No, I'm cheering each other on. You know.
That's not, well,
I just don't want
That
it.
sounds pretty weak though, man.
just don't
like
want
we're
it
all
to-
around the pinball machine. Nice shot,
Yeah,
Bill.
yeah,
Hey, nice
go.
save. Woo!
No,
Oh.
but we're really.
Oh,
There you go.
It's all right,
Ken's-
buddy.
Ken's talking smack and Bill
I'm
loses.
not talking smack.
And
Hey-o.
shots for a Bill.
Pinball
What do we
etiquette.
got? What do we
Just
got
a
here?
little
shot for Bill.
Little shot.
Little
for
shot,
Bill.
baby shot.
Yeah, pinball etiquette. I like that.
You know what's going to be awesome now is I'll be curious to see how we play the game with two hands now, after being able only to use one hand.
No, we're gonna go one-handed the rest of the night because that's where I do best.
Well, I mean,
Well,
let's just
hang
do
on.
everything you want to do.
Bill, are you doing a little shot here? or-
Yeah.
All right. Let me get the appropriate. I'll get a glass for you,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, we'll go back. To
we'll do that.
Maybe we'll.
Hey, hold down all the hundreds of thousands of people in chat here for a second. I'll be right
I
back.
feel like the longer we play, though, the
worse we get. I mean, better we get.
yeah, a little bit better we get. Glenn listens to you guys at work, almost like your coworkers. That's to Bill and Ken from Special Winlet. Those guys rock.
Thanks, Glenn.
I don't listen to them, so
No, he
I hear
doesn't.
them enough.
We talk about enough stuff that he just doesn't care to listen to us anymore. It's like, when are we playing pinball and drinking?
I'll be there.
You know, my wife just asked me if I'm out of the bathroom yet. I'm like, I've been downstairs podcasting and streaming for like 3.5 hours. It's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, you ready?
Sure.
Bad boy Bill?
Make sure it's a legit shot. This homeboy has to drive. All right.
You want a toast? Do you have any last words?
No. We have to say thank you to Glenn, man. It's like we're his coworkers. That's good stuff, man. You know, it always makes us feel. I know me, and I'm pretty sure Ken as well.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. That's awesome, man.
That when we feel, people feel connected to us when living their lives, it definitely is a good feeling. So
it's awesome. Yeah, it's good times.
And honestly, I know these guys, and when I listen to the podcast, it's like I'm hanging out with them, just like tonight.
It's
like you're here.
Nice.
Woo-hoo.
All right, so now we're gonna go through players here.
Let's
move this. You guys ready to blow this game up? I think we've teased everybody enough.
You turn our chat off though.
Let's get to all 7 wizard modes.
Oh, we got this. Thanks for the confidence. I thought we just played a dollar game.
Nobody won $1. I lost a malort. You lost a.
We try Barks.
Rooster. Boosts. Target shooting.
Nah, Dennis, man, I like listening to you, man. You've always got an interesting take on things, man. We'll have to connect off of chat, dude, and actually catch up. Yeah, Zach definitely doesn't sugarcoat, man. He'll throw someone in the oven to see if they can get out.
Oh, get up that ramp.
No, dude. Actually, White Noise and Malort just had Steve knocking out a one-handed game. You knocked the snot out. That was his best game
Dude,
of the night.
malort for the win.
Hey, yeah, it was.
Feeling like a little pinball's in my favor right now.
Famous last words, man.
Yes, he does. But you guys have some good banter though, Dennis. You and Zach, man.
Oh yeah,
I do enjoy
totally,
that.
dude. Yeah, those guys are awesome.
All right, PBU. What are you referencing there, Scott? Yeah, dude, if I was to vote, man, I'd actually have to vote for Steve Beatty on This Week in Pinball.
Hey,
how about that, man? No, you're not down to...
You know, I heard This Week in Pinball starts at like 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
Dude, it's perfect.
That's the only time I podcast without
I am
drinking.
way out for that.
No, dude, you just stay up, man. You're all good.
I could just stay up at that point, right?
Actually, dude, I think so, man. There's been some times.
Oh,
man.
8 a.m. Still just a bit outside.
See? And I will I will loan you Steve at a bargain price, which is even better for you.
Yeah, buddy. 4 shots of malort.
Hey, 4 shots of Malort. Hey, see? All good stuff right there.
Yeah, we'd have a good time, no doubt.
That keg is
Shit, man.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Ballgren keeping it real.
Check this out. I
Oh,
like
we
that magnet
can. Oh,
action.
dude, right? What a great start to a multi-ball there. That magnet catching all 3 of them and releasing them. That's spectacular.
Holy cow. Let's get some control here.
Yeah, it was a little intense, man.
I got that on the one-handed.
Oh, I know.
I
dude.
got the multi-ball. I was like, yeah, now I'm lost.
All right, maybe it's a drinking, but what is the PBU?
Yeah, Bill and I both need to know what PBU is.
Drawing a blank.
Oh, that was horrible. All right, well, hey, you know what? It works.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like this music, man. I'm telling you. This is like it's good background music all night.
Ah, pinball undesirables. Okay.
Oh. So like my playing.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
be a
Well, two-handed.
PBU.
Two-handed.
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
One-handed's fine.
One-
One where you're
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it was great.
I mean, dude, you're in for the championships one-handed after that damn game.
They should do that. A one-handed champion
Shoot the
pinball tournament.
CNK, you just got to be back by like 8:55, 9 o'clock, man, when we do that. I don't want to hold somebody else up from winning. Not that I don't know how Ken wants to do this, so.
Ken's having a long game over there. What's the damage on the losers this one?
Well, I think you beat your last game already.
He's got two hands.
Well, I know. I'm not saying.
This is just a for fun.
Oh, dude, he's knocking it out of there. What up, Slap Save?
About damn time.
This is our good buddy Chris. Chris, right?
Yeah, NS Pinball. That is Pin Stadium on there.
Ooh.
You know,
there we
it's a
go.
little darker
Timing
of a
out my
game.
mode here a little bit.
It's playable, but man, these Pin Stadiums really blow it up.
Yeah, Penn State's
awesome.
definitely on here.
Where's the jackpot?
Yeah, just drop it right in there.
I feel like I'm at Oktoberfest right now, just listening to the tunes.
I'm trying to get this lockdown bar. Come on, give me a break. Here we go. All right.
So Scott's
I was
saying
gonna
turn
do
the
it.
lights off in the room so we can see the Pin Stadiums. I mean, it's pretty dark down here as it is, Scott.
We can do that in a few minutes. I just don't want to go screwing with anything while he's in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
All right, back. in
Wait
business.
till Beatty's game.
Yeah. When Steve's playing, we can do that.
Oh, you want to see the on-off switch? All right.
Oh, I was having a decent ball there.
Here we go. All right, Ken's back at it.
saved.
Wow, got lucky on that one.
Yep.
Zwei,
Yeah, 45 minutes from.
Yeah, it seems like that, dude. This might be a 9:30.
Ah.
That's all in good stuff.
Still player two. Like now, I don't. All
right, here we go.
All right.
player two.
Yeah. No Brian Adams.
Yeah, you know what we'll do here at the when we sign the stream off, or the playing portion of the stream, because we'll have a little after hours fireside chat discussion without gameplay here, starting at 9 o'clock. I would like to demonstrate the game
Go for that.
illuminated by Pin Stadium and not illuminated by Pin Stadium, because if you're somebody like me that likes to play in the dark without overhead lighting on your pins, the Pin Stadium is pretty beneficial on Oktoberfest, I think. So we'll see how that works out. Hey, what's up, Chris? Chris Haper's in. Hey, Chris, heard you on This Week in Pinball co-hosting with Zach Meny today, and it was good to hear you back, buddy. It was good to hear the brick shot.
And a couple of F-bombs right in the beginning.
Lots of F-bombs right off the bat.
that was a
Zach
little
had his
stunned.
editing fingers going on on a Sunday morning, I'm sure. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, the pro targets.
Yeah, I was like, welcome back, Chris.
Good times, good times.
Oh, wow, I actually get a turn. All right.
Yeah.
If you maybe
Can I just-
maybe we could set up one-handed mode for you just on player two.
One-handed,
Right.
please.
Yeah, Jeff did not like that.
Three.
How did it feel, Chris? Were you a little rusty going back into podcasting? We after not being on Slap Save for a little bit. And does anybody know who Sammy Pinball is on Slap Save Pinball Podcast? I thought I knew who it was today, and I called him out, and it was not him, or so he says. Just curious. And I'd also like to know if anybody's willing to take this poll.
And please, we'll leave Special When Lit Pinball Podcast out of this because I don't want to be depressed if we're not picked. But what are your, not in any order, but what are the top 3 pinball podcasts that you listen to? What are your 3 go-to pinball podcasts? Curious to see if anybody would like to share that information because I listen to a lot. I probably have. At one point, I had like 13 or 14 on my podcast app catcher, and I've recently just kind of did some podcast pruning, so to speak.
That's crazy. How many,
It's
how many pinball podcasts were
There's
out there
got to be probably
2 years ago compared
Yeah.
to today?
There's got to be probably podcasts that are active. I would say 20, 25, where you're getting uploads on a monthly basis.
That's awesome.
Maybe more, man. I don't even know. Twip, head-to-head, and slap save, very awesome. Head-to-head, Buffalo Pinball, nice. Canada, yep. Canada, Special and Lit, Poor Man's Pinball, nice. Special and Lit and Twip, nice.
Nope.
Broken Token, I have to listen to Broken Token.
I haven't heard them.
Head-to-head, slap save, slam tilt. Nice. Slap save. Twip. Eclectic Gamers, yep. I thought we couldn't do special. Yeah, I wanted to see who was going to listen to that. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not asking for anybody to plug us per se. Loser Kid, yep. So these are all a lot of the shows that I listen to. So
Flipping Out podcast.
Broken Token. What's up with Broken? Canada Twip Eclectic Gamers Podcast. What's up with Broken Token?
Yeah.
What am I missing there? Because that's not on my app, and if I'm missing something that's decent, I'd like to jump in and check that out.
Absolutely.
Yep, this Flippin' Podcast. What is that? Taylor Reese and Tommy Skinner. They've been around for a long time. My turn? All right, I'll be right back.
Your turn, Kane. Oh.
Boy.
Give me that one-hander back.
Yeah, no kidding.
Give me that
Dude,
one-hander.
you were on fire with the one hand, man.
I don't know what happened. I was hitting every shot.
Okay. Yeah, Broken Token covers pinball, arcade stuff, and lots of
Okay,
arcade
see, now
focus.
that's cool. That's
Yeah,
why I do
that
like.
makes sense. Okay, so both.
I like
a
Eclectic Gamers
combination.
Podcast because
That's cool, though.
they cover pinball and like the video game side
Yeah.
of things. And I came over from the video game side of things originally before I got into pinball, so I still like to know what's going on because I still have interest in that. So I'll have to give the Broken Token a listen.
Kerry Hardy might not be in chat right now, but he just wanted to let Speedy know that he probably still has not hit the left ramp by now.
Bullshit.
Hey, I will tell him. What
Hey,
you
tell
said,
him I did
man.
it one-handed multiple times.
Was it multiple?
I don't know if it was multiple. I don't even remember. No, I definitely hit it one-handed. Both left
One-hand
ramps.
mode.
The upper left ramp and the left ramp. That's awesome.
Did a twin.
Oh, Broken
Grand
Tokens,
Prix.
4 hours long, huh?
Oh, all right. Well,
Well,
that
that's a
might,
long one.
Yeah,
that might deter me if
might
it's
be
4 hours long.
just
Something like,
about.
Unless
like
it's like
some
a
Australian driving
bi-yearly
there when you're,
podcast. That's
you
a
know,
long
driving
time.
from the.
Roden's place to the
Yeah,
airport or
Roden's-
something. You know, dude, that's one person we haven't
awesome.
seen here tonight was Roden, man. We gotta like wake him up. I mean, it's probably like
He's
5
up.
Is
He's
it?
up. He's working.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dude, he'll be sending us a text or a message yelling at us for not letting him know we were on.
Oh, magnet action on that one. All right, I got to get some magnet save going. I need to set up that.
Hey, Mac.
See if I can get it out there. I need to set
Yeah,
up
that's cool,
the,
man. 50 minutes is, you can get, you know, so what I do, I put the podcast on like 1.3 times speed so I can squeeze a little bit more into my day. And it doesn't make it too awkward, you know? Once you go a little bit past it, like
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people say, hey, 1.5 is, and you're good.
Yeah.
And it just started to get a little too
On
fast
some.
for me.
Yeah.
And you lose a little bit of the, you know, innuendos.
Yeah, see, I drive a lot for work, so honestly, I mean, I listen to pretty much everybody that you guys mentioned. Broken Token, I'll have to check that one out, though.
Well, it sounds like you just needed 4 hours of your life. That's a little long.
No, but dude, but I drive enough of that. GGG Pinball is rating us with a party of 6. Thanks, GG Pinball. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Zach Many at Flippin' Out Pinball does have Oktoberfest in stock.
Ready to go.
Ready to ship.
Gorgar's nipple coming from GGG Pinball. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
I did a whole lot of nothing.
Ken having a long ball.
It's a long ball.
What's
There's
the score
no
over here,
scoring
though?
there. I was trying to set something up there and it didn't work out.
10 times more mine.
Hey, we try, man. We definitely try.
All right, what did I miss?
Hey,
GGG Pinball rating with the party of 6. We appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Thanks, buddy.
There was some
For
good
you
old
guys
boys.
that are here from GGG Pinball's stream. My
Yeah,
name's
good
Ken
guy,
Cromwell.
Greg.
This is Bill Webb. Our
How we
buddy
doing,
Steve
everybody?
Beatty. We're from the Special When Lit Pinball Podcast. We are out of Chicago, Illinois, and we are streaming Oktoberfest for Flippin' Out Pinball, who is currently out of Indiana. So we are streaming the newest games that are coming out that are supplied to us by Flippin' Out Pinball in an effort to just kind of create some exposure to the new games for people that might not have an opportunity to see these. You don't see a lot of Oktoberfests in homes right now. I think predominantly you're seeing them on location, and you're seeing them at like distributors and shows. Yep. So we're fortunate enough to have one here. So thanks, guys, for checking in. And we're pretty laid back stream. You're not going to see wizard modes on every single game or any game for that matter. We're casual pinball enthusiasts that enjoy playing and talking pinball. But more importantly, we like having everybody here on Monday nights where we gather, but starting a stream at 6 or at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Central Time, and then we go for a couple hours. At 9 o'clock after this game, we're going to shut down the stream, but we're going to keep the podcast mics open, and we're just going to have a little after-hours conversation, and we can talk anything pinball that you want. So it's a good time.
Bark says.
Wait, is Bark Nick Baldridge from? Is that Nick? I didn't know that.
Remember when Ken said this is going to be an average
No,
player's
it's not.
game?
It's not. All right, Barks, but that makes sense.
A little under average tonight, boys.
A little under average.
Eclectic gamers. I know who Nick Baldridge is, but Bark Z saying
No,
that's not him.
I'm not doing great, man.
He's just a random Bark Z4.
I literally walked over there and walked back in 20 seconds.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wah.
Schloss Rosslager boosts the Lupa.
Yeah, I think Ken did Deadpool Grand Champ. Did Grand Champ Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter was just a video pin, right?
Yeah, that was just a virtual pin. Well, I shouldn't say just a virtual pin. It's a virtual pin artwork that somebody's working on. So it's not a licensed theme that's being worked on by a pinball manufacturer.
Hey, Tuna, I don't do a podcast, so
Yeah, Steve's out on
welcome.
that. He's been on a podcast.
Been on the A podcast.
No, you were on 2, dude. You were on the before Tuna, Texas, and then after Texas.
3.5, if you count the Texas.
Yeah. The lost episodes.
The
Man. We
lost
gotta put those out
episodes.
one day.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah, that was kind of crummy that we lost that. But you know what, man? It was definitely an epic night.
That's what it's all about.
BD's Pinball Special coming soon.
Yeah.
Steve always has some sales going on, man.
It's always a BD's Pinball Special.
Absolutely.
In Chicago, if you're looking for a machine at a good price.
But not a new game. We have to clarify that.
No, not a new
game.
game. I'm not.
No, we have Zach for new stuff.
Yeah. We do have Zach.
No,
Zach and
Zach,
Nicole at
welcome
Flippin' Out
back.
Pinball. All day.
Open.
4 mil BC or Cosmos.
Yeah, but we still got. Wow, it's funny how much love the T-shirt's getting here. Well, we're on our last ball and Ken's lighting it up, so it might be a few minutes.
What up, Zach? Welcome back, brother.
I got a little corkscrew multi-ball, I think, happening here.
Oh, Ken's got a little corkscrew multi-ball going on. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
Luckily, we don't got any shots of money on this one.
No.
Right, Bill?
Dude, well, we have our $3, man. I say we roll this over.
What happened to
next
that? Oh, it was a shot.
Yeah, dude.
Now
Whatever.
we're on the money.
We're still we gotta wait for Ken and Steve and myself to finish up our last ball, and then we'll figure out the T-shirt.
Tuna Delight.
Yeah, but we will have to try and make it out to SNS Billiards sooner or later, man. You and I have talked a couple of times on some items. I don't know if you realize that, but it goes way back. So
Where's Lloyd out of?
What? Minnesota.
We're at Minnesota. Lloyd, where at Minnesota are you? Are you in Twin Cities? Hopkins, Minnesota.
Okay.
So yeah, we definitely need to make our way up there.
Yeah.
Lloyd, man, you're awesome, dude. You're such an asset to the community. This guy will.
Oh, you're not talking to me. Is that Lloyd you're talking to?
Yeah.
He's a good dude, man.
He is a good dude.
Yeah, I wonder how. I gotta look that up, man. How far is Hopkins from Chicago, roughly?
Oh, let's get a little Bill Webb.
It's probably about a Broken Token Pinball podcast.
I'm gonna guess
episode
5.5. I'm gonna guess 5.5, maybe 6.
Oh, okay,
6
so it's not
taps.
too bad.
Yeah, 6 hours. Okay.
Yeah, so in build time, that's 3.5.
Yeah.
The lines on the road look like dots when I'm driving. That's okay, though. Yeah, never been to the Mall of America.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey, you know what, man? I don't know. We'll see, man. That whirlwind might be on the chopping block, man. We'll see how that goes. Listen to tomorrow's episode. We'll discuss more.
Bill's got some info coming out tomorrow.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've been playing it a little bit, even though it's not 100%, but we'll see, man.
By the way, Ken's blowing it up over here, guys.
And this Grand Champ is brought to you by
this is the high score of the night.
Yeah, oh yeah. Ken thought he'd say the best for last.
This is not blowing up the game, though. This is just somebody's having a longer game than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're there.
Yeah.
So this is like this is crazy.
He's close. He's close.
So this is like
Release button to serve customer.
like a tapper game.
So it's like
the flippers move this dude, and then
So we do have a video mode here, guys. Check this out.
So I'm using my flippers to go from customer to customer, and I'm holding down the Magna save button, which is the extra button on the right, to tap those beers for those guys. So
And they got a total of 24K.
yeah, which respectable.
Video
and,
mode. You know what? I actually was wondering about the video mode, and then I remembered we saw that last week.
Yeah.
But we did not know what to do.
Well, you know what I was doing is I was tapping the Magna save button, assuming it would fill the beers,
not holding
but
it
you have
down,
to hold
right?
it down to fill
Yep.
the beer. So I just had a bunch of pissed off customers that just got like foam, essentially.
The keg is filling up.
Owl Anonymous.
Choose one.
No, this game's still being made.
Magna Pale Ale. You can now spend more time in tents.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd auction off Whirlwind. We'll see, man. I'm so close to done. I know it's gonna be around for at least another couple months.
So, Bill, have you ever played a whirlwind? A properly working whirlwind?
No. Well, I played yours.
Yeah, okay.
Which was the closest one I've played to a good
All
working
right.
Whirlwind in forever.
So I really miss my whirlwind. So I'm really hoping Bill loves his whirlwind and keeps it, because it's gonna be great, man.
We'll see. Like I said, I don't have enough time on it, and I'm not committed just yet.
Good game.
So, I don't
Great
know.
game.
Welcome to my bar.
Part of me thinks I need to trade it in for a Popeyes, but you know. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Both water themes.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, tornado. We're almost tornado.
Well, they both, do they spin clockwise or counterclockwise?
Hold on a second here. I'm sorry, I'm catching up on this, man.
All right, let's not go back to Popeyes.
No. We're gonna stay off Popeyes. Yeah, like I said.
No, that Tapper video mode is awesome.
I played one decent one, but I played Steve's, but when Steve had his, I only had a couple of games on it. So,
Good ball.
are we gonna do
in.
Are we gonna do our buddy Zach Proud here? Where are we at, Ken?
Player 2.
No, not even a million yet, guys.
Oh, but we were close though, just 10% shy.
It is ball 3.
All right, so this is ball 3, and then we will do a demonstration on the Pin Stadium and the effect on lighting on this pinball machine, and then we'll go ahead and we'll go in like a little 10 or 15 minutes after hours chat without gameplay. So
And shirts.
we'll give away a shirt. Not really quite sure how we're going to give away a shirt, but I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask a trivia question, pinball-related trivia question. And if you were listening in the stream tonight, you will already know the answer. And it's going to be the first person that's going to be able to type in chat the answer. We'll go ahead and we'll ship a shirt. Now, the disclaimer here.
Continental U.S.
Continental U.S. because paying $78 to ship a T-shirt to,
We got some hate mail off that one.
Which one was that?
The one, wasn't there somebody in Australia that was a little pissed? I think there was somebody in Australia that was trying to buy a shirt that got a little pissed about shipping or whatever.
You know what? There was somebody that was in Canada that I tried to hook up with at TPF, and we kept missing each other, and then he canceled his T-shirt order. So.
And then burned us on our
and then he burned us on our Facebook page a little bit. So
yeah.
I kind of enjoyed it, though. I loved it. It's good times.
Let's ride the roller coaster.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up on reading.
Yeah,
here.
me too. Josh, what are you guys talking about tonight on Loser Kid Pinball Podcast? Chris, I have your Pirates T-shirt. I actually got that T-shirt from Eric Minier at Texas Pinball Festival. I will send that out to you this week. I have it.
You already got me on.
Player 3.
I got 37,000. I'm just kidding.
I was so mad when I bought the shirt and got April Fooled. Sorry, Chris. That was so the April Fool's joke was kind of fun for the podcasting crowd. For those that followed that, that was a good time. I think I can accurately predict that I will not be participating in any April Fool's jokes for that anymore. Chris says, like, I bought this shirt to support Bill and Ken, and then and then everybody leaves. Like, everyone's on different shows. I appreciate the support, man. It's it's good times. So let's see. Josh and Scott will be. They're going to interview Dan, the gentleman over at Rocky Mountain Pinball Showdown, since they'll be there this weekend, and that show is in Denver. Scott will be there. Oh, so Scott will be there, and the reason Josh isn't going to be there because he had a couple of beautiful things happen in his life recently. So I don't know if you want to share that or not, Scott. But congratulations, or Josh, congratulations. I know. Scott's supposed to be doing some type of a talk or seminar over there. I thought I heard on the podcast, so that's going to be fun. Aquabats. Josh, I hope you learned a lesson about the Aquabats suggestion. But if anything else, you drew a lot of attention to the podcast and the show with the Aquabats, so good for you. No publicity is bad publicity, and unless you designed Ghostbusters, I suppose. But
Hey, man.
that's
A little too soon there, Ken.
But that's
a little
it.
too soon there.
Auf Wiedersehen.
all right. Hey, I'm gonna put my name in,
Ken's
and then
got some
we're gonna,
names to enter.
We're gonna do a little. We're gonna take 2 minutes to do a Pin Stadium demo. So hold on. I'm noticing on this beta code that there's music playing over music, so I'm sure that's a pretty simple fix for Josh and Joe
Big time.
over at American Pinball, and I will submit that to them. I'm sure they're already aware. So what we'll do now is just kind of
turn down the massive
4-1 podcast.
audio system, which is considered to
And
be
then there was silence.
the Oktoberfest. So we're gonna do a little lights out presentation here for a second. So if we lose you guys, sorry. Ready? Oh wow! Actually, do we even need that light? Oh, a little bit.
Hang on, you still have a little can. Is that a can?
Yeah, I gotta turn that can.
Hold on.
No. I just.
You want me to burn my hand?
Well, actually, that would actually be good for the stream. If you wanna burn your
All right, guys. It is there. There are no lights in this basement. Right
It'll
now.
increase the ratings.
Right, so we probably should have started this in reverse, right? So
this is in its
this
own
is
corner.
Pin Stadium, kind of full blast on the pin. Now, when I'm playing a pin at home in its natural habitat, and I'm not streaming, I don't have everything set to 100%. I'll dial it down to usually between 25 and 32% of the GI and added color is sufficient for me. But what I did want to take an opportunity to do real quick is I'm going to shut off the lights here on the Pin Stadium. So this is the pin without it. This area right here, if all these inserts aren't lit, and for me, these tents usually are not all lit because that would mean that I, went into those modes. So the back panel of the game is really nicely lit. There's a line of LEDs that come up underneath that light that back panel. And this isn't horrendous where you can't see play. It's absolutely decent. But if you're able to kind of do something that's a little additive light-wise, I mean, for me, I think that makes a pretty big difference, and that is adding the pin stadiums. For streaming purposes, this would be at 100%. It just benefits the viewer more than it does anything else. When I'm playing at home, I like to kind of have it right here. Because what this does, and I don't know if you can pick this up as much on the cameras, it allows me to illuminate all the artwork on the play field, but it doesn't detract away from the light show, and it doesn't detract away from the inserts being lit. So this is kind of where I would normally play. This is the game without pin stadiums. This is with the games with pin stadiums at my preferred lighting at home, and then this is juicing the pin stadiums for streaming. So hopefully that gives you a better idea as to how Pin Stadium can benefit this particular game. Every game's going to be a little bit different, so use your discretion, but it's a great product. And Scott, we appreciate you sponsoring, the Flippin' Out Pinball stream, and we appreciate Zach and Nicole allowing us to stream the Special Wentlet Pinball podcast streaming on the Flippin' Out Pinball channel. So that's good. With that being said, I got a little present for you guys.
Hey,
Before
now.
we give away a shirt.
Thanks, Zach and Nicole.
We're gonna
Yeah,
do
thanks,
something
Scott,
that-
too.
Who doesn't like to see this? Hold on a second. All right, now we're back. We're gonna
back.
add our lighting here.
Hey!
Hey, this is the podcast Pin Stadium lighting where it shines up in our faces. So this is what we're gonna do. Hold on one more second, is I have to switch to chat.
Otherwise, we won't be able to see who might be in the running.
Right.
I'll tell you
So
what,
let's
Ken.
get up on
That
chat
was
here
that
for
was
a
a nice presentation of
Hey, thanks.
the
You did all right there,
Pin
Ken.
stadiums, man.
Thanks, guys. Now, full disclosure, I am a distributor for ShamWow, and I will be showing you how you can use a microfiber. No,
let me just spill some.
for those
right
of you
here.
that have not heard of Amway, let me show you something. No, I'm not trying to be a salesman. I'm legitimately sharing my experience with the product of Pin Stadium because the first time I put Pin Stadiums on a pin, it was Attack from Mars LE, and it's a really fun pin to implement the Pin Stadium on. So, Scott, great customer service, great product, and absolutely a fair price. So to combine all three of those instead of two or three, I think is beneficial for the pinball community, and happy to be associated with Scott and Pin Stadium.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Let's do this, if you guys don't mind. For those of you that are interested in the Special Wentlet Pinball t-shirt and you're in the United States, if you win this and you're outside of the United States, all we're going to do is we're going to ask you to pay for shipping, which is probably going to be between $140 and $900.
Air to the 900.
Right. If you're in the continental United States, we'll take care of the shipping for you.
Not a big deal.
So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask this question, and the first person that's able to articulate what the answer is, we will go ahead and we'll send out the Pin Stadium, or not the Pin Stadium. We'll send out the Pin Stadium and the Oktoberfest. For
Scott,
those of you
pony
that
up,
are
man.
Right,
No, this
right.
is just for a T-shirt this time.
This is just for a T-shirt. So I appreciate Zach giving us the opportunity to give it away. And the question is this: on the Special One Lit Pinball Podcast t-shirt, there's an Easter egg that's in the scoring reel of the Tiki pinball machine. What is that Easter egg and what does it mean? And I'm looking for what's on the scoring reel and what the Easter egg signifies. Beer is almost correct. Thank you. Dennis has half of it. Tune the lights a little off. We're looking for what's on the scoring reel and
All right,
what that
loser
signifies.
Keep getting there.
I see a couple correct answers.
Dude, if you were to go on our Facebook right now, everyone's lighting up the T-shirt just to catch a peek at it.
You can check on our Facebook page.
You want the number.
I need to know
You
what's on the scoring reel. And the number's on our Facebook page. If you go to Special When Lit Pinball Podcast on Facebook, feel free to like us while you're trying to win a contest. Josh says 4278. No. CNK, close with no cigar.
There was 2 parts to the question.
Check the Google Analytics. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the exact number on the scoring reel. And as you put in the exact number in the scoring reel, what does the date signify? The exact number on the scoring reel.
And our shirt.
There it is. Bark Z4 0476 sharp shot. I'm gonna accept that.
Tiki Pinball right before.
He said 4-76. I needed the exact number on the scoring reel. I was very
okay.
articulate.
There you
I
go.
articulated
There you
that very well.
go. All right.
So Bark Z4 0476 in April 1976, Roger Sharp completed the shot that saved pinball. Let everybody know it's not a gambling machine, and pinball is not. It wouldn't be where it is probably if it wasn't for that Sharp. Now,
No.
and then what do we do now?
Congrats,
We can gamble on pinball.
Absolutely.
Hey,
yeah. Life
it
comes
all
at you
works.
full circle.
0476.
Do me a favor, Bark Z4. Email me or email us, myself and Bill, and this is the email address. It's special when lit pinball podcast @gmail.com. Give us your information. If you don't remember what it is, you can message Zach at Flippin' Out. His email's right there, Zach at flippinoutpinball.com. And before we go to the after hours party, congratulations, by the way. Let's close the video portion of the playing portion of this down with a couple thank yous. One, again, Zach and Nicole. Thank you. Yeah, many from Flippin' Out Pinball. Thank you guys so very much for allowing us the opportunity to play the newest games, which we'll be doing every single week here on the Flippin' Out Pinball stream. You can reach Zach and Nicole at 847-778-4876. I imagine Zach's the person you'll be talking to. Not sure Nicole really wants to be talking pinball at this hour of the night, but you can also email Zach at zach@flippinoutpinball.com. He does have Oktoberfest in stock. He's a manufacturer, or he's a distributor for all the major manufacturers. So if you need a pin, please consider giving him a call or an email. And if you're curious about a pin, make sure that you look at the archive streams as we build this library on these new pins. Because if you're on the fence and you're trying to get more information on a pin, you can absolutely do that. Last week, check out that archive stream, which was the Oktoberfest, in which we had Josh Kugler in studio. He's a programmer with Josh Schober. Josh was in studio talking about the pin. So, I mean, it gives you a little background information about the pin. I want to go ahead and also thank Scott at Pin Stadium for him. Scott is illuminating all of these pins beautifully with his product. So every time you see a brand new pin being streamed that's unboxed here in the Special When Lit Pinball Podcast Studios, they will have the Pin Stadium kits installed, and we're happy to do demonstrations on that product on how it can be additive for the actual pinball machine. And then finally, I want to thank my co-host of Special When Lit Pinball Podcast, Bill Webb.
No, we got to thank
for streaming, and I want to thank our buddy Steve Beatty for coming out here in St. Charles
for having me out. These guys are awesome.
Thank you for making it out.
This is good times. I mean, we love doing this. It's fun. It's certainly not a job, and we're blessed to be able to kind of be in this opportunity.
Yeah,
I want to thank
everybody in here.
All the podcasters that came into chat tonight to kind of check in with us. Let's make this a Monday evening gathering where we can talk some pinball with all the viewers and all the listeners. Thank you guys so very much for joining us in chat. Thanks for the raid that came in. I mean, that's always cool. It's one of those situations where pinball's as fun as you make it, guys. And there are highs and lows of pinball, and we are pinball enthusiasts. We do not concentrate on the shortcomings or the hiccups. We try to stay positive with the progression of pinball. Our goal here is to further pinball, to champion pinball, to increase its exposure, and we try to offer a little bit different of a dynamic with kind of a live podcast on a weekly basis.
Barstool kind of
with streaming,
just hanging out with buddies.
We're chilling out. We're having drinks, and whether those are high C juice boxes
or those are malort shots.
We got to get more malort for
like-
next week.
it's
though.
like whatever it
That's
takes,
the only
right?
problem there.
Whatever it takes.
I'll be out of town next week, but yeah. either way.
No.
And thank you,
I'll be in the next one.
thank you, Bart Z4 for the correct answer. He wins the special Win Lit Pinball podcast shirt. I think what you'll
congrats,
see in
man.
the next couple streams, you'll start seeing some flipping out pinball swag that we'll give away. And when these manufacturers come in and these guests come in from these manufacturers to kind of highlight these machines, we plan on giving away autographed translights and that sort of thing. So if you haven't already followed the channel, go ahead and do so. You can click the little heart that's in the upper right-hand corner of your screen right now, depending on if you're viewing chat or not. And just follow the channel. You know what? It doesn't cost you anything. And anytime we go live, you're going to get a little notification. Hey, Ken and Bill and Steve, are from Special Win Lit Pinball Podcast.
times.
They're streaming for Flipping Out Pinball. So come join us and grab a drink.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do here is I'd like to properly close the streaming portion of this out with one more Flip It Out Pinball ad. And then for those of you that want to stick around for the next 10, 15 minutes or so, if we got enough in chat, let's talk some pinball after hours. And then we'll close this sucker up a little bit. You guys got it?
All right, we're gonna we're gonna check out upstairs and we'll be back.
All right. Well, hold on. All right, we're back.
We are back. So we're done. We're done with the Oktoberfest, huh?
Yeah, so Oktoberfest.
You know, here
We're
I
gonna
am.
let the Oktoberfest take a little break.
Here
after
I
the
am again,
punishment that it
though,
took tonight.
wanting to play some more. That's
Well, you can't.
that's
though.
the nature of Oktoberfest.
You can't, and that's the nature of the stream.
I know.
It's making
and that-
everybody want to play a little bit more, right?
It is.
So welcome to the after hour party, guys. Brought to you by Flipping Out Pinball, our special host. Well, it's us from Special One Lit Pinball Podcast.
Bill's gone.
Bill's
and
stepping out. Bill has vaping
Steve's
and,
here.
and cigarette smoking that he does.
Everybody pour a drink.
occasion.
Let's
Yeah,
let's hang out
pour a
a
drink
little
and let's
bit.
hang out for a little bit. It's a no holds barred conversation at this point, so feel free to ask us anything or ask anybody in chat anything, and let's just keep it related to pinball. Let's not get personal and let's not get negative, but let's have fun.
Cheers, Pepsi.
Zach, how was the stream, man? Are we doing okay with that, or what would you like to see changed on this stream? Because we want to make this better every single week, guys. What do we do?
Pepsi Zero.
Pepsi Zero.
Ooh. Yeah, you got a
Yeah,
security.
feed the babies, feed the twins.
321-928530.
Josh and Scott, have a good show, man. I'm looking forward to listening this week, so keep up the good work. Yes, Social Security number, absolutely. Email me at specialwhenlitpinballpodcast@gmail.com, and I will absolutely send the Social Security number out.
Level of 1 to 10. How bad do you want a Pirates LE?
Oh, that's great. Oh, and thank you, Zach, for the kind words. So yeah, on a level from 1 to 10, how bad do you want a Pirates of the Caribbean LE? I would say, okay, now take this into consideration. My normal, like if I'm in on a pin, I have to be like at a 7 or more for me to want to own it. And I think at Pirates, I'm at like an 8.5 to maybe a 9, but I would say 8.5 is where I'm at. And thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. And what about you?
I like your analogy of, a 7 or higher to own it.
Right. I mean, it
I
has
kind of
to
agree
meet
with
the
that.
prerequisites, right?
Yeah, 7. Yeah, I'm in.
It's
but an 8.5
right.
is like, yeah, I really want this one. And man, I'm almost at a 9 on the Pirates.
All right, so and that makes sense. Let's go through some of these questions too.
Yeah.
Excellent question, Scott from Loser Kid Pinball Podcast wants to know what questions people want to ask a show organizer. So if you have some questions that you'd like to ask a show organizer, feel free to type those in chat. Again, Josh, thanks for the compliments on the stream. CNK, let's talk Stern into making a cheaper Beatles retheme.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen, but
It's the
I don't even know
license.
how to approach that.
It's a license.
Kerry Harder, he's back, and he missed the shirt. Actually, we have a shirt for Kerry that we were supposed to get out to him.
We
but,
can get him a shirt, I think.
Yeah, we
But
owe him
did
a
he
shirt for
win
something
it?
else. Well, we owe him for something else, actually.
Nah, I did.
Yeah, and if you're is Ghostbusters board, he said blue on his Ghostbusters LE. One thing I'll say with Stern, if you call and you talk to those guys, and that's what is it, 1-800-Flippers or whatever it is, or I think that's what it is. Maybe not.
I'm just jumping in, so I'm just getting caught up.
Yeah, I
guys.
mean, Stern is very good about backing up their products, especially node
They
boards.
really
So
are.
if that's a situation, I wouldn't even sweat it. SW Poppinhead says, I like that the people not playing are at the table in front of the microphone. I think it's effective. Maybe you guys do that all the time, but it's my first time watching a non-Twippy stream. Yeah, cool.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
thanks.
That's exactly what we're trying to do. You know what? We sacrifice the player cam right now for kind of the banter that's at the table, but I think what we'll end up doing is add a smaller box. If you look in the lower left-hand corner of the podcast table, you see our special Win Lit Pinball podcast logo. I think something will be bigger. Will be like a box of the player face. We're also going to be experimenting with different views. You all have indicated a lot of supportive words regarding Oktoberfest. You all have also played Wonka. Wonka SE is coming in a price point that's very near Oktoberfest. I'd like to know how you think Oktoberfest will fare against Wonka and competing for people's dollars. Very, very fair question.
I think so.
I think right now with Wonka not being available to purchase, Oktoberfest is a viable option at the price point. For me personally, I had such a positive experience on Oktoberfest on Oktoberfest,
Both,
but
yeah.
on Wonka, it was one of the best pinball experiences I've ever had. So for me right now, my dollars would potentially wane towards Wonka. And full disclosure, I have a Wonka on order. I don't have an Oktoberfest on order, and it's not because I wouldn't want to buy it. It's because I've got too much money spread out, and I'm still trying to get a Pirates LE.
There's other stuff we plan on doing with the podcast
Yeah.
too, and some other ventures we want to jump into down the road. So can't spread it too thin.
Who's at the top of the list of people that you'd like to interview, Bill?
You know what? I hate to say that, man, but it's. You know what? We got Mark Ritchie is definitely one on the list. We haven't had him on, and he
Mark
hasn't been
Ritchie
on.
would be great to have on the show.
We were in contact with him down at TPF, and he said he'd be willing to come on in a couple of months. And you know, honestly, it's been a couple of months now, so I have to reach out to him. Had a great time talking with him at TPF, and what a great guy, him and Steve. So I think everyone would get a kick out of Steve, because I know when I was down at TPF, man, he just had me rolling that whole night.
You know who I'd like to have on the show? I'm going to put a little heat on him a little bit. Is Joe Balser, right? So Joe, I've spoken to several times in person
Joe's
without
a fun
problem.
guy.
He's a fun guy, but I mean, I really wanted to have him here tonight. I wanted him to stream this pinball machine.
Yeah.
As Josh
That would've been
Kugler,
awesome.
who coded the game, was here last week, and Joe Schober was in chat. I really was hoping that Joe would consider coming out, and several attempts to reach out to him. I never heard back from him once. So
Yeah, I was kind of ghosted
maybe
by
he's
him
super
once
busy
before too.
Yeah. So you know what? Not to come down hard on a guy that's not here. Calling you out, Josh, not Josh, Joe. Give us a call back. Come on the stream, man. Come play your game or talk about your game in front of everybody. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. And Dave, yeah, you know what? Mark won't be coming back to pinball. With what he's doing now, it doesn't make
What
sense.
is he doing now?
Isn't he with Zynga or something?
Yeah, he's designing
Okay.
games.
That's where a lot of the money is right now. I
Well,
mean, these apps,
Yeah,
microtransactions.
Yeah.
and that's what he kind of said. He goes,
Especially if you're in as an investor or like an owner.
So
of
did
these
Yeah.
you
companies.
reach out to Mark?
No, it's TPF, dude. I sat down with him for 3 hours with him and Wally, and
Lloyd, you're right.
we were talking
Joe's hard
about-
to get a hold of.
we were talking about making. They were talking about making an original themed pin, and we were going back and forth on that. So I'm not going to disclose what that was, but if him and Wally get serious, man, I might be jumping in on that one.
And Dennis, you're right.
Oh,
Brian
yeah.
Eddy was with the company that got bought out by Zynga, and then he's recently back in the pinball. Brian Eddy, for those that may not know, I'm assuming if you're following a pinball streaming channel, you know, but Brian Eddy is responsible design-wise for 3 pretty popular pins, and that would be the Shadow, Medieval Madness, and Attack from Mars. Brian's back at Stern right now, and he's working on his 4th release. I can only imagine he's got a little bit of pressure to
Come out big.
to come out big, right? And
time.
I think the budgets and the designing and stuff is a little bit different now than it was back in the day. So I want to see what Brian Eddy's able to bring to the table under what I think might be a little bit more of a stricter
way in which he's able to be creative, if that's safe to say.
Yeah.
I think it is safe to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way, for sure.
And the other. Oh, go ahead. What?
No,
I'm not going to discuss.
I'm still really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whatever it is.
Right. Whatever it is. Yeah. And Joe Schober was on Eclectic Gamers podcast a few months ago, and he was a good guest. He's got a different dynamic from even like a competitive scene and whatnot, which was interesting. But he went through the whole show. It wasn't a segment. He just kind of co-hosted, which was cool. Cosmic Chaos. I have the translate. Dave Falgren. Good times. Chris, any plans for flipping out to pick up Spooky? Now, that's an interesting question. So Spooky Pinball is one of the manufacturers that have not teamed up with Flipping Out, or they just haven't got on the same page. I don't know if Zach can comment about that, but you currently can't buy Spooky games at Flipping Out Pinball. If Zach's not distributing for that game, if you contact Zach, he'll be able to tell you where you can find a distributor for that.
Yeah, a lot of those distributors have a lot of respect and work with each other, it seems like, too, when they got a product that they can't get.
Yep. Tiki Pinball's name's in Black Rose, too. Absolutely. We need the next Mark Ritchie. Every year, those guys are getting older and older, and we need more designers like Eric Minier. I'm torn on that. I think experience speaks volumes for pinball.
It does.
It does.
With some fresh blood, it's not bad either.
No.
I don't know.
Here,
I think we have a great mix right now. Think about it.
Well, here, Iron Maiden, dude. I mean, that was, of course, I'm drawing a blank right now because I'm focusing too hard.
What, Keith Elwin?
Keith Elwin, yeah. I mean, that was his first game. Dude, that was a good game.
Right, we have a great mix of,
new talent,
veterans and not really noobs, but
that's where Stern looks like they're setting up to kind of pass
these
the
guys
torch.
are putting out some great games, man.
You've got these guys at Stern, though, that are seasoned veterans that I wonder if the new group that's coming in pushes them outside of their comfort zone. But at the very least, you figure these guys that have been pinball pioneers for the most part can mentor these guys on the basics.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And then let these guys kind of take that torch.
Imagine coming in with no experience.
Right.
You got to look at a Steve Ritchie or I mean, it's awesome.
Chris Haper wants to know and he is slap_save_. He's got a streaming channel too. If you haven't followed him, check him out. What's our favorite part about Oktoberfest? Could be a shot, a code, or a ramp. Bill.
Honestly, I think the code. I like a lot of the modes in there with the ability to choose, what you want to do. I really like the drinking one, the Chug Fest one. That one was pretty cool. So I've been kind of going back to that if you watch the video.
Okay, so that's your favorite mode, Chug Fest? Right. What about you, Steve?
I like the shots. I think that upper left ramp is, it's tough to hit, but when you do, it's satisfying. All these shots are satisfying. There's so many shots on this game. I don't know. It's loaded.
It is loaded.
It's loaded all across the board. Shots, code, and and I like the art.
Yeah.
So you like the art because
I
the art's
do
been
like the art.
critiqued.
I do like,
and
the art.
I've been one of those that have kind of critiqued the art. Not that it's bad art, but it just hasn't really appealed.
And the
to
animations, I think the animations are,
but they don't get enough credit.
They don't get enough credit.
Okay,
and they're getting better.
For me, it's the general overall feeling of playing the game. There's not any one thing that makes the game great, and there's not any one thing that holds the game back. It's
not the ramp.
It is a great cohesive package, all around.
Jobber says experience is great, but every designer over 60 isn't good for a long-term industry. You know what? But this isn't your typical industry, so I don't know that I agree with that. I guess ideally you want people that are under 60 potentially, but I don't know that that's an issue. I mean, with age and experience can come good products, and I think Stern knows what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, even Deep Root, they're hiring designers that have been around for a while, so I mean, there's something there. We have Baumeister says thoughts on additional listener segments where listeners report on their local pinball locations. I like that. We'll have a show meeting about that, and if we can have maybe one location highlighted a month and have a listener report on that, that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, I like that. Thanks for the suggestion. We will take that under consideration.
Hey, Baumeister wants to thank you for having a family-friendly podcast.
No, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry for the few choice ways of saying the F word recently, but
Hey, this you know what? F words are good, man. I throw out more F words than I do portray myself as.
But you
throwing
guys
out on
keep it
Instagram. We try to keep it a little
try.
PG.
Pretty low.
We try.
PG.
Yeah. Pretty PG.
PG. Let's see. Dennis from Neglected Gamers, Adapt or Die. Kordak mentored and oversaw through the entire WMS, and that's scrolling up too fast for me to figure that out. But so he's saying, I think the gist of it is don't hold on to anything that's too old because at some point it's going to get moldy. I could be wrong. Meteor's growing on the wife. Got a winner. Hates Silverball Mania, though. So Chris, the pin turn. Meteor's a fun game. Listen, Chris, if you don't know the ins and outs of Meteor, because I didn't understand the scoring, I watched the pop-up tutorial on Meteor, and I think it was Bone Karens that explained it. It makes the game completely
Oh,
different.
you get bone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally fun. Jobber agrees with Dennis at Collectors. And thanks for the PG or the family stream. I'm trying to keep up here.
Yeah.
He also says we will never see a single deep root machine. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna see 6 at one.
Thanks,
time.
Chris, for the frick. That was good.
White Noise 3000, who is Scott over at Loser Kid Pinball Podcast. He said they're going to run out of rock stars in their 60s, going to run out of 60-plus-year-old designers. That's true. Everybody's going to run out, but they're bringing in the fresh blood. They know what they're doing. They're transitioning over.
Yeah.
You know,
Minier, next
we'll see
stop.
how that goes.
Yep.
Frick, Minier's the next stud designer, in my opinion. Yeah, I would not disagree. I think Eric's first effort, arguably to some, is one of the best pinball layouts of all time. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
How about that though? His first design.
Yeah, first.
Great.
Yeah, it was.
CNK, how was the Black Knight music? Anyone feel it's a little too hyper? Yes.
A little, but I don't know. I kind of
I like that for a little bit.
I like it.
But like then man, I would hate to see you driving after playing that game. Like
Oh, absolutely, dude. That'd be a good time,
Still
man.
driving.
a
Black Knight?
little
Yeah.
bit too much for me. A little bit too much.
Bring your rosary beads. I mean, we going together.
Right.
At least it'll be quick.
All the new guys have their second games coming out soon. Exciting. That's true, right? So we should be expecting a game being released from Elwin, Keith Elwin, who, you know, his first effort was Iron Maiden, which was brought over from his homebrew pin, which was oh my gosh, somebody help me out here.
Sorry, I was catching up.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, Keith Elwin's pin was based on
Archer.
Archer,
Yes,
yeah.
sorry about that. Minier needs to get out of
Minier.
wide bodies, really show his stuff. I don't know. I don't know if the wide body was Eric's decision. I don't know. I think Jack likes wide bodies, so that might have been something that maybe even the investor said he wanted to do.
I do.
Yeah.
I like one.
Rumor has it that investor at Jersey Jack likes Pirates of the Caribbean as a theme, so maybe that was it. To use baseball as an analogy, Eric Minier may be the Mike Trout of pinball. Very true. Mike Trout, arguably the best player in all of baseball,
Got a
and
pimp-
gets
or,
very
baseball guy
little
here.
recognition. So that's an interesting. I like how you said that. That's actually very interesting. As we go down
pinball
here,
market
Woo!
trends.
Pinball market trends, rocking and rolling.
Wide bodies are up.
And if I skip by anything, guys, it's not that I'm.
No,
Scott
it's,
likes
it's
the Black
wow,
Knight
it's just,
fast now.
sort of
yeah.
rage music. It's not that I don't like the music; it's just that it doesn't let up. I mean, for me, I like transitional
that one,
music.
That one, I don't know. We
Yeah.
haven't had a lot of time on it.
Right.
So
Right. Pirates is trending up. I agree. What's your favorite game in your collection at the moment? I don't have a lot of games in my. Deadpool right now for me is my favorite game at the moment.
It depends on the day, dude. You know, honestly, my daughter was playing Baywatch the other day and left it, and I finished it off. So Baywatch is mine right now.
Calling Baywatch, huh?
Followed by Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your best quick story of a unique pinball adventures find?
Honestly, probably the crappiest one would be the Whirlwind. That's the one that sticks out the most right now. Getting burned on that deal and still making margaritas out of moldy lemons on that. We'll see how they go down though once I actually finish the
Right.
game.
I found a very nice flash with a nice playfield that I ended up just cleaning up and selling at a block party garage sale for like $400.
A block party garage.
Yeah, it was awesome. So that was
Very
kind of cool.
nice.
What's up, Matt? Matt from Slap Save in the house.
Oh, Matt's here. Where's Matt
Yeah.
at?
What up, Matt?
Where is he?
Promised
Dude,
Land
he's-
84.
Yeah.
All right,
Just get
Matt
up there.
Kanan from Slab Save. Thanks for joining.
Kane.
When are we getting a Baywatch vault? Hey, dude, I'd probably be in on that. If they retheme that Baywatch into something else.
Probably. No, Bill would be in.
Dude, if they retheme that into something else, man, that would be a great layout.
Margaritas out of moldy lemons. That's going to be the next special one lit tagline on the next shirt. Interesting.
Hey, you never know, man. Sometimes we come up light, man. Either
Yeah,
that or
swapping head. Swapping head.
What was that?
That swapping head.
what are you looking at?
That's
dude?
the very top.
SW.
Okay.
SW.
Are you trying to spell it
SW
out?
popping head.
Right.
You gotta spell it out.
Might have been an acronym or it's
It
probably
might-
not
yeah.
the right word, like an initialized thing going on there.
I think it is an underrated game. I saw SDTM's review of Baywatch, and I was a little underwhelmed, but everyone's got their own opinion. I think it's a great game.
I think that's the top
That might be
1 to
Southwest,
5. Are you-
Southwest Pennsylvania pinhead.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Is that because I've been saying SW poppin' head all day.
I'm like swapping.
Right. All right. If you find
Sorry.
a game that's
Sorry,
super
bro.
cheap because of the person doesn't know the value, what do you do? I absolutely will not take advantage of somebody that doesn't know the value of their game. That being said, if the person didn't do their homework, I will not offer them a market value for it necessarily. But I've absolutely agreed to somebody's asking price, and I've given them hundreds more if I thought it was appropriate because I didn't want to take advantage of them. And I think that's just good karma in pinball, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. I might be a softie like that, but I don't know. I kind of feel bad taking advantage of a situation. What classic games pre-90s does everybody recommend? Oh, that's
no.
the System 11s.
No. What is
And
your
early solid states.
What was your earliest memory of a pinball? First game you ever played? Mine was actually Elvira's in the Party Monsters in a 7-Eleven in like 89 or 90.
Mine was pinball on the Atari 2600, where you could actually use the joystick and you could guide the ball as if you were
Well, that doesn't
nudging.
count.
No.
Hey,
If that's the
my
case,
first
mine's
pinball.
pinball Nintendo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
hey, that counts.
So what was yours, Steve? What was your first
It
game?
was pinball Nintendo.
Really? Okay, your first actual game.
Okay,
guys.
so my uncle had a Bally's party animal,
Okay.
and I think that was the first game I really got into.
Yeah.
I
Party
honest-
animal?
Yeah,
Have you owned one since?
I have.
You
I've
own that
owned
one?
I've owned his,
Right.
and I've owned another one. And
You could tilt on the
game
2600.
couldn't really hold up to
That's what happens, right? You play these pins as
Like, you
kids
want it.
or
Oh,
early
dude.
adults, and then
Yeah, that looks right.
nostalgia wise, I need to
Barks.
get this, right?
Yeah.
But then you get the pin and you're like, oh man, I
So
remember this being more
underwhelmed.
fun.
I mean, it's a good
Right.
game, but compared to the whatever.
Promised Land 84, how you doing? What's going on? No more Popeye talk. Yeah, we're done with the Popeye talk. Scott says from Loser Kid, he said he bought a Spider-Man from someone a few years back, examined it, and gave her a range of what it was worth. I said I'd pay the low, but since I was going to have to clean it and tune it, etc., I gave her the name of a repair shop that would help her if she wanted the top value, and she sold it to me at the lower price. Yeah, right. It makes sense.
There
You kinda,
you go.
That's
Nice,
commendable.
that's honest.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
honest. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then he got it home, and he said that this is broken and needed a $300 refund for this board. And, no, I'm
Refund.
kidding. Right. Let's see as we scroll
Oh,
down here.
damn it, Zach, rooting for Daenerys.
Birdo Drink One says he paid $300
You know what?
last year
You
for a
can't,
Toten
man.
junkyard
You
and a
can't.
no fare. What? He paid $300 last year for a Toten, a junkyard, and a no fare. If these guys can put stuff on the internet for sale, but they don't use the internet to look up the value, sorry, it's their fault.
Holy
I can't argue with that. That being said, I think it's only fair that you sell those to me for $400 so that you just make $100.
Steve's gotten some pretty outlandish deals.
Got some good deals.
Yeah.
Nothing like that though. I think my best deal was like a $3,500 Theater Magic.
Yeah, listen, I'm not on this high horse because I have like a soft spot for people that, I mean, that's not what I'm saying, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like if I was able to take advantage of like pricing like that, something potentially bad would go wrong with those pinball machines.
Yeah,
Well,
burn
you
it.
know,
Hey,
here's the thing.
Hey, all right,
You
hold
know,
on.
You know, one will light on fire,
Line
burn my
catcher
house
here.
down or
Someone
something.
paid me $434 to take their M&M. What is it? Medieval Madness, or is there like some Gottlieb game M&M that we're that I'm missing here. Because you got paid $5 to take a Medieval Madness. Something's wrong in this picture.
Chewing ice in the mic is actually awesome too. Like,
They love that.
nothing says a pinball streaming podcast like chewing some ice cubes in the mic.
Nice. Not like a pissed off ex to sell your games.
More ice. Well, with the running joke is this too. It's like when I die, I hope my wife doesn't sell my pins for the amount I told her I paid for them.
Yeah,
that's kind of. I always think that's pretty funny. But it is what it is. You got a fishtail, junkyard, getaway, and Medieval Madness for $9.99. Well, you're probably gonna end up in jail in about 2 weeks if you for a little highway robbery on that one.
Yeah, you might want to check behind the power box for
there was
a
no
little
tax.
white substance known as cocaine that you're.
All right, so worst
did you live at
worst
10
DMD you ever played?
Worst DMD game?
That's a hard one, right?
Cue Ball Wizard by Gottlieb. That game is terrible. That said, I wouldn't mind playing it again.
Never played it though, so I can't comment.
Oh, okay. Cactus Jacks is pretty bad too.
I don't know that I ever played a DMD game that I thought was just horrible. And I'm trying to think of one where like I flipped it and I was like, this is just not going to be for me. I don't think this is a horrible game, but I can't see the fascination with Jurassic Park. Everybody that plays that game loves Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park's a good game.
I don't like it.
It's not a. It's.
Hey, a guy's got to lead on either a Theater
Wheel
of
of
Magic
Fortune
or a Scared Stiff.
Oh, we're not bringing up Gilligan's Island and we're not bringing up Popeye anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jobber.
Dennis will send a ugly care package to
the
my house.
best so bad it's good game. Now for me,
whoa.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Dennis. Cactus Jacks is not a DMD. I was just being a smart aleck.
everybody likes the shit on X-Files, and I love that game. So for me, the best so bad it's good game is X-Files. I love X-Files.
I think it was better than I was anticipating. I wouldn't mind having one of those. I can't see buying one at $3,000+ right now.
Hang on. What about Street Fighter 2?
I've never played one.
Hard body. Oh my gosh.
I never got a chance to play
Street
one.
Fighter 2. My choice.
Greg Bone is driving here to murder me right now for not liking the Jurassic Park. X-Files is the bomb.
Yeah, Bone will come to murder.
Fucking Cromwell.
I just see him pissed off jumping in a truck, throwing on some M&M with some garbage bags.
No, Street
and
Fighter
bleach.
2 sucks.
So let's do this. I got a question for everybody else. This is just going to be kind of fun. On our last podcast, we were speculating what's on Pat Lawler's iPod, and I reached out to him asking for his three top bands.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
At the same time, I invited him to come play your Whirlwind when it's done.
yeah.
So, just curious, what do you think Pat Lawler listens to music wise? Like, and we don't need like 5 things.
I'm
but like,
going here
If you what's Pat Lawler's favorite band or favorite musical like recording artist?
I'm going Frank Sinatra and Van Halen.
Fleetwood Mac and
White
Frank
Noise,
Sinatra. You know what? I would almost guarantee Fleetwood Mac is on there. Absolutely. That's awesome. Greg in the truck with a pack of chew with a shotgun.
like that.
Betty next to him listening to Toby Keith. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Korn's not on there. Tom Petty could be. He kind of reminds me of Tom Petty,
sure.
actually.
I could see some Tom Petty.
Nah, Green Day. I'd
Dude,
be
all right.
shocked.
So in all honesty,
Steely Dan.
I would love for him to be like, well,
I could see some Eagles.
In ELO. Dolly Parton.
No,
9 to 5.
see. Hey, no, hold on here.
Okay,
I love Fleetwood Mac,
So Ken
too.
has the true answers, though.
I
No,
don't.
we don't
I'm
got-
still
we don't
waiting
get
for
him
them to
yet.
come back in
Okay.
real
Dude,
time.
but Jabber Edge,
it's waiting.
Pat Lawler, I talked to him about this at MGC, and he's an NWA fan.
Who?
Dude, look at
Bullshit.
read the screen. No, he's probably not. But
Yeah, somebody
he's just
listens to the
trolling.
podcast.
Dude, all right.
Thanks,
so
Jobber.
I would love for it
We
to
got
be
one in
like
here.
Jobber listens.
I would love for
Yeah.
it to be like
Kudos to
Tupac,
you.
Eminem, and some early Dre or some NWA, and then throw in like, something crazy like Moody Blues in there, and that would just cover it all. But
Pink Floyd. I'm thinking like potentially like like Wham or
yeah, you just see
Miami
Pat Lawler
Sound Machine.
jamming along to some
but I could also see him doing like some old school country stuff, like maybe a little Willie Nelson.
some John Denver.
I don't know. We'll see. We're waiting. We're waiting.
I hope
All the
you get- I
BS
hope
surrounding
you
it
get-
aside, Thunderbirds is a decent game. Oh,
Absolutely.
all right.
Yeah, it's time for me to bounce out.
And thanks for joining us. No, I have not.
Actually,
played
I have no
very
time
much,
on the
so
game.
I
So
have very
really
limited
have
time.
no say.
Scott's like, I see him driving to JJP listening to gangster rap in his Corolla.
Like Office Space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good to be a gangster.
Rolling up
Wouldn't
the
doubt it.
windows.
Hey,
Yeah.
the one thing that we've learned, I think, especially since we started the podcast, because we had a little bit of inside like friendships with people that were in the pinball industry before we got into the podcast.
Yeah.
But as we start meeting more and more industry people, and a lot of them that we can call our friends now, it's a very eclectic group of people that are designing pinball machines and coding pinball machines and doing art on pinball machines. All for the most part, these people are cut from a different cloth. It's not
There's
the
no
same.
one brand of person doing this.
Very creative people are on a different level that I'm still getting used to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Jethro Tull, I could see that.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's another good one.
What else do we have here? Really, the flipper buttons make my skin crawl. Oh, that's CNYK or CNK. Talking to Promised Land 84. Cure Hardy. Turns out Lars very emo. He loves the Cure.
Oh, the kid.
See a little Cure on there.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
See a little
can see
Cure.
that. I like it.
We're gonna wrap this up in a few more minutes, guys. It's been fun. I appreciate everybody sticking around. It's good times just talking in real time.
Yeah.
And I feel like now on my Monday night, like I'm just hanging out with my buddies, and we're just not just my buddies here at the table, but my buddies now in chat. So this is perfect. My Chemical Romance, really?
6 hours more.
6 hours more. Eraser.
Hey, man, honestly, we just need 3 after this. After we hit 10, we need 3 more hours, then we can be affiliate status.
Maybe Lawler has like the Crow soundtrack that he's pulling up when he's got a little.
Dude, either that or Saturday Night Fever. I could see a little Saturday Night Fever in the car.
Scott's giving a last call for questions for a convention organizer that he's interviewing in 15 minutes. So I've got a question for a convention organizer. And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
it's going to be, when you have a convention for pinball, is it more important to market to the pinball player, or is it more important to market to somebody that's not as familiar with pinball? Like, where's the focus? Just always curious.
Yeah. No more shots of Woodford, dude. I got to drive here soon.
You only had one shot of Woodford and a bunch of Fanta and a Corona. I think you're pretty good.
Yeah,
man.
dude. But I'm tired, so.
But good times, man. This has been awesome. As Steve goes upstairs and gets rid of his malort
Gets ready.
in the porcelain bowl,
Yeah. Files it away.
we'll get ready to sign this one off. Woo! Chris says you've got to go to the player first. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I think there are different approaches to that.
Yeah.
You hear recently people kind of complaining that the line at this show is too long because new people are
This
coming
show was
in.
empty. How can they?
Yeah, so it's
whatever.
like it's all over the place.
I don't know. You just hope for successful shows, man, and hopefully people can get on machines.
Bill, ask me anything.
Least favorite moment in pinball?
Hey, yo.
Honestly,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna be brutally honest here.
Editing the holiday show is my first guess, but
No.
ahead.
No. Are you talking about in pinball or in pinball podcasting?
yes.
Because they're both the same.
All right.
My least favorite moment in pinball was after we went in and we saw Willy Wonka for the first time at Jersey Jack Pinball.
Yeah.
And I went on and we podcasted after that reveal. And without being able to explain anything about the game, because we were still under NDA and we couldn't even talk about the title at that point, I shared intimately all my thoughts and opinions and feelings on that game. And I was so excited. I'm still excited about it. But to kind of hear some of the blowback after the game was revealed, where that reveal was compared by people that had seen it on a stream, and they compared my feelings to seeing it live. It was, I've got thick skin. I didn't lose any sleep over it, but it was disappointing to kind of be considered somebody that overhyped something that ultimately didn't deliver. Because for me, I didn't overhype it. Like I just expressed how I felt. So for me, that was like my most disappointing thing that ever kind of happened to me in pinball, because everything else has been super fun. But to kind of feel that maybe I had set expectations too high for other people disappointed me. So that was it. So that was kind of honestly what it was. What about you?
I don't know if I really have a truly disappointing one. Let me think here.
Blowback is putting it lightly. Well, I'm considering it blowback. I mean, I did kind of rant a little on the following podcast.
Yeah, but that's all right.
But you know, it's our podcast. I should be able to express my opinions on my
that's what-
podcast. You know?
That's
Yeah,
what people
I
are
did.
paying us for.
I felt good,
So what you guys have?
and the game's pretty awesome. So
It is.
I don't take anything back that I said. I just I think next time I'll be a little more calculated on what I reveal, as to not set expectations high for those that don't realize that you can't judge a game on a stream versus being in front of it in person.
Yeah. You know what, I can tell you what mine is, dude. Honestly, learning that Black Knight was going to be the next original themed game by Steve Ritchie, and it wasn't going to be Getaway. Knowing that sucked. And we couldn't discuss that either, and we kind of knew that.
That's really your yeah.
Dude, that sucked,
Okay.
man. I was so hoping it was going to be Getaway when everyone was talking
You know what?
about that.
Maybe he still has a getaway.
I don't know about all that. But we'll see.
I got a question for you.
All right.
We've been hearing about this Whirlwind build for months.
Yep.
You're at the tail end of this thing, and you were so excited to get this Whirlwind, and you were so excited to get like so deep into this Whirlwind, and financially you've got a lot riding on this Whirlwind.
Yes, I do, man.
I know, and you're gonna finish this up in a few days, right? This complete, like this unbelievable Whirlwind, right? So, and my question is this: after it's all said and done, was it worth it, and will you keep it?
All right, so here we're.
He's like, where's the malort?
A big bottle,
Right.
And a straw, so I can
Weeks
make it
in a row.
last. No, you know what? All right, so in all honesty, was it worth it?
No.
Was it worth it financially? No.
Okay.
Is there a pretty game as an outcome that survived instead of just going in the trash heap or being used for parts? Yes, I feel good about that. Reasons why I did it was because 4 months prior, this is going to get deep for anyone that's still listening. So
Wait, do we need to play the flipping out commercial? No, I'm just kidding.
no.
Go ahead.
No,
And
but
it's not a
honestly,
commercial.
So, yeah, this is going to get real deep. So my mom, she'd passed away last year in May, and then didn't really have time to transition, and doing things with my hands and messing with stuff kind of is a stress reliever for me. So when the game showed up and I realized I'd kind of gotten screwed on the deal that I did, I was aggravated, and you had to, how do I say this? I honestly sold it to a buddy for what I had into it. And then, the next night I was like, wow, I was really anticipating doing something productive this winter to kind of free my mind of missing my mom. And so the next day I called my buddy back and I'm like, hey, dude, just, here's your money. Just give me the game. And, so honestly, it was just a good mental health thing for me to get work through some things that, missing my mom. So no, I don't regret doing it. Would I do it again? Maybe not Whirlwind, but, So I know that
got
really
a
wants to
little
know the
bit
whole-
deep there, man. Thanks for sharing that.
I said it was
did.
gonna
I wasn't expecting it.
So-
Sorry if I
No.
opened up a can of worms there.
No. So
We didn't know that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so
they get
so
a
there's a
bet-
nicer
yeah.
Whirlwind, and no problem, Zach. Yeah. So honestly, that's why another Whirlwind lived, because I just needed something to free my mind. So
Now, if Zach was editing this, he would have En Vogue Free Your Mind like music playing right now in the background.
I'm sorry.
If this was a podcast.
I'm sorry. Carrie, you know what, man? Yeah, dude, you're a part of that club too, and that that club sucks, man. So, dude, my heart goes out to you too.
The club does suck.
It does suck.
I'm not in the club, but I can only imagine.
Yeah, dude.
You
everything happens for a reason. She's still with us, so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott. But you guys asked, and that was the. Or I could have bullshitted you and said, "Oh, no, man, I wanted to do a Whirlwind.
Deep
I thought it'd be
thoughts.
cool to do
No,
a
I
podcast."
do that.
That's
Yeah.
but,
jeez.
special Whirlwind, man.
No, dude. No, honestly,
Sorry,
the one
Scott.
that's special will be Terminator when I do that game, because my mom had seen Terminator, and the story with Terminator. Hopefully, you guys got.
I need a drink. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got a couple.
So white noise, yeah, dude. You know how that goes. I lost my dad in 2012, so that was another rough one. So no, but when I was a kid, one of the first times being able to leave the house without okay. So sorry, Zach, I'm kind of reading too, which I'm gonna have to stop reading while I tell the story. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Zach. Actually, that's it, man. Honestly, when I was a kid, how I really got wrapped up into pinball was my parents were working in middle of summer. I was robbing quarters for my dad because he had jars of quarters that he was saving, for whatever when we went on road trips and whatnot. So every day he'd always just throw his change in a jar and file it, according to dimes, nickels, and pennies and quarters. So every day I'd take $2 worth of quarters, go down the street and play Terminator. Every day.
Ooh,
except for Saturday.
$2. That was like
$2.95. Oh, dude, yeah. My dad should have beat me. So, of course, at the end of summer, we went to go on a road trip, and my dad realized I robbed like damn near all of his quarters and wanted to kill me. Thank you for Mama for saving
Just
me.
to interject,
Yeah,
I put
right?
my dad's entire Buffalo Head nickel collection into the vending machines at the bowling place when I was little. That didn't go over well. I popped them out of this little booklet and everything was bad. But go ahead.
So, long to the short, so my dad wanted to kill me, and then T2 always had a special
Lee.
place.
I'm just paying respect to everybody while you tell your story, man.
Guys, I'm not focusing on the screen just because it's hard
Yeah,
to
no,
focus. I will try and recap, everyone's...
we could scroll up.
thoughts.
We could scroll.
Yeah, dude. I'm really sorry for everybody that had losses here, but go ahead.
So then...
Seriously.
Yeah, so my dad wanted to kill me. So one of the first machines that I got, fast forward 20 years later, was an F-14 from a buddy that just wanted to get rid of it and gave it to me. And I was like, okay, it's F-14. The game kind of sucks. Dude, I want a T2 and I want an Addams Family, just like what I played as a kid. So the first game that I bought was T2, and my mom came over a couple months later. She saw the pinball machine in the basement. She's like, what the hell is this? So I told her the story, and she's like, William, you can never sell that machine. So despite me being done with the machine, I will never sell it, and that's actually probably going to be one of the next ones that I do. It'll be either that or get away.
That's still the same T2
that I have.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
No, I didn't sell that game.
Cool.
Hey, let's raise the glasses here in real time.
Yep.
For those that influenced us and for those that are no longer with us, you live on, and as pinball does, resurgence on both levels. So
Absolutely.
Cheers. Right?
Totally.
All right. So that Ask Me Anything segment's brought to you by the Eclectic Gamers Podcast. Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
sorry guys. We brought you into a 10-minute segment of deep thoughts.
Well, you said we were going deep. And
I said it, man. I should
We
have
did a
said
deep dive.
I should have gave a warning, man. This is like Deep Thoughts by
I
Jack
appreciate you sharing.
Jack
that.
Handy on
Jack
Saturday
Handy,
Night
really?
Live.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
but
Like now we know,
We all
why
have a-
you put the effort you did in the whirlwind. And
Well, that's why almost
like, now, why
money is
you-
no object because
Why do you still have a T2?
It's legit- it's-
all right, so-
these are
it's all,
like the quintessential like passion projects for Bill.
Oh yeah, dude, they're never getting. Well, Whirlwind. I
Bill's
like the
buying
game.
cars that he drove when he was younger that reminded him of his
Yeah.
parents. He's buying
Bill's a very
go-karts that he
sentimental guy.
bought. He's very sentimental. Like it's
Bill's a
almost
very
like
sentimental guy.
yeah.
All right, so I'm going to show one picture on.
All right.
All right, so on Mother's Day, which was 2 days after my mom had passed, a year after she passed, I found a go-kart that I had owned when I was a child that was stolen from me, that I'd been looking for the last 10, 15 years. So here's a picture of me when I'm 8. I'm sure this is going to come up crappy, but whatever.
Now that works pretty good.
You look like an iPhone.
Yeah, so that's me when I'm 8 years old. And here's a picture, exactly 96 to 2019, so 23 years later. So here's a picture from 23 years later, when I bought it back stolen. This was literally the one that was stolen from me. So they had painted the wheels black, and honestly, I mean, dude, I almost feel like, my parents had something to do with that, because I was looking for that one. So yes, everybody that's talking about parents and stuff, yeah, they're always still around, and yeah,
Zach.
What?
Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta read.
No, you're good. Finish it off, man. You're
yeah,
rocking
all right.
it out.
So, yeah, man. So, yeah, when it comes to games and stuff like that, I can tell you this. T2 and Adams Family, if I ever build an Adams, it will be probably the baddest one I could build. T2 will probably be one of the coolest on the planet that I could think of with the stuff that I want to do. So,
And you got a high speed.
oh, I got all the parts for Getaway to make that one.
The Getaway. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's definitely on the list.
You're
So,
that's gonna be another the Bill Webb special.
yeah. But what we should do for our podcast, man, is submit, kind of this story next week for the podcast and see what people come back with. What pinball machines, connect them to what great memories, man. I think that'd be a good
dude,
episode.
I don't know if I could handle that episode, man. I mean, with all due respect, it's like I don't think I can handle all these emotional stories about pinball. I don't want to think about any of that stuff personally. I just want to play pinball. Like, I appreciate you shared your story.
Okay.
But if I have to go through a show of everybody talking about how everybody died and oh my gosh.
No, it doesn't have to be
think I
that,
can
man.
do
It could be the first game
I'm just
you played
saying,
with
man.
your
It's like,
dad, and you guys
then my
bought
dog got
that.
put to sleep, and then my mom ran away to the Philippines. Like, holy shit. No, it's like, oh my gosh. It's like, I love that I asked you a question and you were brutally honest about it, and it was emotional. It was good. But I can't do, like, in this special episode of Family Ties, I can't do it. Because I shell myself from that stuff, so I don't get like thinking about it.
Oh, see, I love that stuff. Man.
I
When you
don't
see
like that
stories like
stuff.
that where somebody got their car.
I
back
turn
from
off the Sarah
30
McLachlan
years ago.
commercial with the dogs getting all beat to hell and stuff. I don't like that. That's not for me.
On this episode, Ken keeping it real. No, I get it, man. No, dude. No, man.
it
It's
real.
all-
Take a pass.
Hey, listen.
Bring
you know
it
what?
back.
We
Yeah,
can't
the Cubs won the World
back.
Series. Cried my eyes out,
We
man, in
can't
front of my
control
son. That was
things
the
that
only
have
time I saw me
happened,
cry.
but the things that do happen, they happen for a reason. So, gents, all right. So sorry for my 10-minute.
No apologies.
Hey, Bill,
that was solid. I love
personally
that story
appreciate
too, man.
No,
I
dude,
never knew
it's-
the story of.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I don't think I could take more of those stories, like, in an episode. Like, like, what made it special was that it was organic right now tonight.
I like your wording there.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I learned that from you. So
but-
there was no outside influence that made you share your innermost thoughts. It was just something that was on your mind. And since we were playing Ask Me Anything, which I think should be a segment on the show, right?
Yeah, actually, that's a great segment.
And
for
we
a
should
show.
get some user mail at specialwhenlitpinballpodcast@gmail.com. Ask us anything, and then we'll just answer 3 questions every week.
Yep. And
No
honestly,
holds barred.
one last thing on the Whirlwind.
Yeah.
If you want to know what song that was primarily built to when I was building that game, a lot of that game was built to me listening to May We All by Florida Georgia Line. So another tidbit on Whirlwind. So
Hey,
Okay.
sorry, I'm just catching up on all this.
a lot of
All right.
all
man.
good, all good. But I think we're gonna wind up calling this tonight. Otherwise, we really will be the sad kind of story. But hey, you know what? All good things. Thank you for everybody hearing out. Everybody that stayed in to listen to some of these stories. Hopefully, they were good, and you liked it. Yeah. Ken says, "Bill, shut up, dude." Thanks,
Good
Chris,
night.
for catching
Good
that.
night, dudes. And maybe some ladies
Thanks
out
for
there.
catching that, Chris. No, all good. Everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure.
you guys were awesome.
Once again, we want to thank Flippin' Out Pinball, Zach and Nicole, for sponsoring us and making us be able to do what we do every week. So,
Do us a favor. Make us a part of your Mondays, right? Come in,
Yeah.
even if you drop in for 30 minutes. See what's going on, and just say hi. Because, I mean, if pinball's been anything for us, it's been the friendships that we've kind of
developed.
over just putting ourselves out there a little bit more socially.
Dude, but the
So.
pinball is whatever compared to the friendships that you develop. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
Just
that's
another
what I
Manic
care more
Monday.
about.
And it means a lot that like these names that I know and like that I consider friends, are in here just hanging out with us. And it's 10:09 on a Monday. People have to go to work on a Tuesday. Some of these people are from the East Coast. The fact that you're still in here, that's awesome. And again, I'm gonna say this every single time we ever set this stream up. I really want to thank everybody for just hanging out, and I want to thank Zach and Nicole for allowing us the opportunity to hang out with everybody and play these games. I think when we started podcasting, we knew that we were never going to be able to really monetize and make money on this sort of thing, and we thought maybe
if we sold T-shirts, we could recoup some of our costs, and if it made sense, if we saved up over time, maybe we could buy a machine and stream it.
Yep.
And Zach's really given us the shortcut to being able to stream new games that we would never have had the opportunity to do.
Not this many games this frequently.
No, so it's a humbling experience, and we're very grateful. So thank you.
Been a wild ride.
Thank you very much. So we're gonna sign this up, but before we do that, we're gonna play a little commercial real quick. The 20-second flipping up pinball spot, because number one, I love it. Number two, it's only 20 seconds. And then we're going to come back with a very special announcement before we sign off here at 11 or at 10:13 Central Time. So hold on. You guys can talk for a second.
All right, everybody. Thanks again. We'll see you all next week, all right?
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. It's a great time.
That's it, guys. Thanks for joining us. It's good. The special announcement is we will be back here next week on Monday.
Yep.
From 7, we'll start at between 7 and 8 o'clock. We'll upload a little link to invite us into chat. But come join us, because as these streams keep going, they should hopefully get better, and we will strive to bring in some interesting guests. And Steve Beatty is absolutely chewing on some ice.
Fuck,
so.
no, I'm not.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So for Steve Beatty and Bill Webb, I am Ken Cromwell.
Everybody have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
And don't forget to take some time out of your day and watch some streaming pinball. So long, everybody.
Peace out, guys.